So, we took a nice little casual day on Friday, did a much more relaxed hunt, and now we're back for the Gemsbok grind. And I'm not gonna lie, I remember to change the time like 2 seconds ago, so hopefully Gemsbok are actually in their zones. And I went a little bit later, it's like 4:30, so we'll be light out very soon. Funny you say that, Danny. Wait, this isn't Spain. So I've been, when I have time, I've been, hello. Is this done? Because that is a heck of an estimate. Holy, it's in the same spot as our other 5. First of all, what a start. Let's go full screen. Let's kill that, and then we'll figure things out here, and I'll get back to what I was talking about. What's up, Bree? I have no idea, Danny. Not a clue. The fact that it's in the exact same zone, too. I think we're pretty clear to just go for that shot. Make sure I've got the 308 and didn't do something dumb, because I was recording all that stuff for the DLC. That one's in the way. So stream ends? Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed if that happens. I got up at 3:45 this morning to go turkey hunting. Didn't kill a bird, but my dad got a nice one, so that was cool to, you know, actually get to be there and get to go and see it and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, a nap would be appreciated. Are we clear here, then? I think. That was fast. That was indeed. 326 minimum is, like, madness. Ooh, that was a little low. All right. Got it done. I'm gonna... So last time... Was it last Monday on stream? I believe it was at the very end of the stream. I went no confidence mode and shot, like, a level 4 female right next to it, thinking, gotta keep getting respawns, let's keep going. I'm gonna go confidence mode here. This is it. Got it. 3 minutes in. We're done. Let's see what happens. What's up, Ribbit? Maxim is in here. Decker's in here. Hunt Cross as well. You didn't see the abracadabra? What's up, K-Flow? Big male, question mark? I'll tell you what, since... Boy, probably since the new scoring system, like with the estimates and everything being fixed, I don't know that I've seen an estimate that high. I haven't seen a ton of level 5 male Gemsbok, but now 2 in our first couple hundred kills. This one went up to like 360 something. They max at 342, so the fact that like his high end is 20 whatever over the max is insane. Are we done with the Gemsbok grind? 3 minutes and 40 seconds into the stream. 326 minimum. He's not even as big as the last one. 328. That's big horns barely then. 320 something is like the dividing line. Hard double lung. I guess it wasn't a low shot. Well, good. We actually get to continue Gemsbok hunting then. Rip. You know. Can't be too upset. I said it with the last one, which again happened to be at the same lake. Also a troll, obviously. I don't really want it to be done. Like, give me a couple of weeks anyway. And then I'll be upset when they troll. Right now, I'm just kind of like, if it makes it, I would have, you know, very much enjoyed that. But we actually get to keep going. Hey, J-Tac. I missed whatever Kyla said. I was looking at that. Not gonna lie, 200 kills into trying to get a diamond, and I haven't seen one that big. Are you trying to get a diamond in general, or just, like a diamond male like I'm doing? Scrub hair grind. Pumpkin planting time. Nice. We gotta get... Kyla got a, like a small-ish greenhouse you're gonna assemble for Christmas. We gotta get that up. We gotta spray the area that the garden's gonna be, and then rototill it. We got all kinds of gardening things going on. Probably, if it quits raining, maybe the rest of this week. Speaking of raining, got it on Vurhonga of all things. That threw me off so bad. So, this spot, we had one show back up. I guess we'll check there. Hope you didn't just jinx yourself. We'll see. I would like to think, and, you know, maybe I'm just going further down the rabbit hole of jinxing myself, but I would like to think eventually what'll happen is we just spawn a max weight one. Like, at some point, one of those respawns is going to be 240 kilo. If that happens, it's a diamond. Keep in mind, Gemsbok don't have true racks, so it's really a weight to score, like, correlation. If it's over 238 kilo, pretty much guarantee he's going to make it. What's up, Autumn Boy? Thank you for the 43 months. Welcome back. Good to see you in the streams again. Wear the new blueberry pants. Blueberry pants. I told you I got up early. Behind the garage, right under the overhang. If you have the track of a White Rock ptarmigan on Friday's Twitch stream... Oh, I did have the track of a White Rock ptarmigan? So, I don't know if they're rare or not. I think they're kind of like... What would be a good example of that? Like, old-time rare access tier and stuff? It's not like you find one every hunt. But I don't think they're, you know, super hard to come by. I've killed a couple of them. Maybe I should have went and killed it, though. Speaking of that, buying my ATV sprayer. Ooh, nice. It's that time of year, man. I'm so behind on trail cam stuff. I gotta go out and do that. Viper becoming a Shoosty as well. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you here. Speaking of Shoosties and all that, by the way, if you're not in the Discord, be sure to join that. Link up your YouTube so you can get the member role. Take advantage of that good stuff. Enjoy the green name and emojis in chat. Those emojis. I want to check for one. I could probably do it while we're streaming, but Gemsbok grinding is kind of fast-paced. Probably better that I'm not scrolling around on a side monitor. I think we're going to try to go through the emojis, maybe clean out some of the old ones, and at least bring some of the fun static ones from Twitch over to YouTube, so we may see a slight emoji overhaul here on YouTube fairly soon. What time did Gemsbok drink? 3 to 6 a.m. It's a slightly frustrating time, grinding-wise. At least you get a little bit of daylight, though. Remember when piebald access tier used to be in almost every herd? Yeah, and like, you know, diamonds were so common, piebalds were so common. Everybody had a piebald diamond back, you know, in the early days of Parquet. I never got a piebald diamond until they fixed some of that. One of them, I think piebalds still overspawn. This is when they had true racks and stuff. And then I do have one that's like technically a legit super rare. I don't count it because access tier, but I think it technically is. Apparently black water buffalo are rare? It wouldn't surprise me because when Reventuli came out, they like standardized a bunch of fur types. So a really weird example is dark gray wolves are rare. The regular common is called gray. Dark gray also used to just be a variant of the common. For some reason that became a rare. So you never know. If it's not the common fur, it's probably worth like checking a spreadsheet or something to see with anything that you shoot. At least until you kind of get familiar with it. So I heard a Cape Buffalo drinking 4 hours after their zone time. Were they nervous by chance? An end to the Mal era? Yeah, that's probably one of the ones that's going to get the axe. I got to look through because there's a couple of things that could be in play there. There is the potential to remove, you know, some of the ones such as Mal. There's also, because we've added the Shoosty tier, I think the way YouTube counts members, how about we do a somersault? That should count the same as like the old member price. The only thing you could do is $4.99. Shoosty's the one is like 99 cents, which still gets you access to, I think, literally everything other than, what is the one difference? The YouTube rule, I guess, or it's the Discord thing. But I think like Shoosty's, Super Shoosters, all that like counts as a new member. So we probably have some additional emoji slots unlocked too. We might not have to delete that much stuff. Arthur Morgan, what's going on? Boy. If I'm not mistaken, the black fur type is still considered uncommon. Their spawn rate's about 3% last I heard. This is still water buffalo, right? When I first started playing, I got an achievement for killing 5 rares. I got it through shooting a black water buffalo. I wonder what they technically classify as rare. I would feel like 1 in 100 is, I guess, rare? 3% if that's even accurate, and who knows, because I'm assuming that came from one of those not spreadsheets, like, whatever sheet things that were put out, which I think were kind of through data mining, but a lot of people have used them for information, so that stuff is at least to some degree semi-known. Point being, I feel like it probably has to be 1% to be a rare. Especially in like current Call of the Wild, with grinding and all that. You can just kill so many animals so quickly. Had no choice but to doink that thing in the head. Black water buffalo are weird because technically they're uncommon, but they're the hardest to find uncommon. So like on the fringe of rare, I think, if I'm catching that correctly. Crazy to me how PA turkey season starts so late. I'm already in deer season scouting mode. Dude, it's so late. It's been a good start to the season though. I went Saturday. I haven't gotten the stream since then, so I haven't talked about it. Turkeys were fired up. I mean, I think I counted 7 distinct gobbles, and there could have been other ones that I didn't realize were separate birds. But I'm pretty confident there were at least 7 different birds. There was a hen that was roosted somewhere near them, and it was making a bunch of noise, so it had them, you know, extra fired up. Ended up, because here's my strategy anytime that a live hen has a bunch of turkeys just going nuts. I just like casually call it. I'm like, hey, I'm over here too. Whoever loses this battle for the hen, just come over here. So 2 of them come up over the hill. I thought for sure I was going to get a shot. They were like 80 yards away, but I thought they'd see the decoy and come over. They did not care. So then this morning, went back out. Can't hunt on Sundays in PA, one of the other regulations that can be rather frustrating. And similar thing, probably 4 different birds this time as opposed to the like 7 that I heard Saturday. But lots of gobbling first thing in the morning. I ended up moving, saw a couple of hens. My dad blasted a really nice one. Those of you that are familiar with like Boone and Crockett turkey scoring, which I think is a very small number of people. But if you play the Hunter Classic, they use the Boone and Crockett system. It's really weird. I don't understand why they do it. To give you the, well, I should just, what the heck? The Boone and Crockett score is 63. To give you the just measurements, because that's probably going to make way more sense to more people, I think it was 20.25 pounds. Beard was 9 5/8, and then each spur was an 1 1/8 plus. The one was 1 1/4. Jobbers, thank you for the 8 months. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. What's up, Joe? You got to get better at flirting with the turkeys. You know, I'm not going to lie to you. My calling sucked today. It really did. I've certainly had better days as far as calling goes, but yeah, they just don't like me. Maybe I got to play hard to get. Been watching for a while, so much better viewing than the average grind videos, which get old quickly. Keep up the amazing content. Well, I will definitely do my best. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Heard 7 or 8 different gobblers yesterday, and they were all in the neighbors. Was a rough season, but luckily I filled one tag. Hey, nothing wrong with that. It has been some years since I've filled a turkey tag. I actually can't remember the last time I did. Gotta get a waterproof slate call. Do they make them? I've been getting into trying to use my slate call, pot call, whatever you want to call it. I call them slate calls. I've been trying to use that more. I really like, you know, the different array of sounds you can get out of it. And the big thing for me, I can't, like with a diaphragm call, I can't, like, you know how when you're speaking Spanish, you have to roll your R's? That's the same way you purr with the diaphragm call, and I can't do that. So I can purr pretty well on a pot call. Different, you know, ways to try to get the sound I want. What's up, Rusty? Hydra's in here as well. Welcome on in. I want to hear Flantro's flirting with gobblers. I have a feeling it's a comedy show. More often than not. Over the years, I've had like such a different, you know, very much trial by fire, learning through experience. When I started turkey hunting by myself at like 12. You know, if I heard a gobble, I'd immediately respond. Gobble, respond, gobble, respond. That doesn't work. And, you know, at some point, probably in like a PA Game News or I know it was a magazine, it wasn't online. I read, you know, things about trying to, like, frustrate the turkey into come in. So you respond like that some, and then you shut up. And I think that can work. I never had it work. And then, you know, like, you just learn more and more that as you're trying to, like, literally reverse nature, you need to call, like, very little. Otherwise, they think you're going to go to them. And I still haven't fine-tuned it. But in my head, I always have, like, such a confident, like, yeah, this time, I'm going to be quiet, and you're going to come in. And it never works. What's up, Epic? We killed a huge level 5, at least estimate-wise. Right to start, he was, like, up to 367 or something insane. I thought we had it. I thought we were done. He trolled. When are we going to get a face reveal? If you watch any of my IRL content, which is linked just below you there with Nightbot, my face is in probably all but one video. It's so dumb. I don't know why I bother saying this. But I remember one video the first year I ever self-filmed where it was all like just narration and I never talked to the camera. It was like number 5 in the season. Got a gobble? Are you saying I should? I have one of those, I don't know if gobble tube is the right phrase or term. I have one and it's kind of in the center console of my truck. I've been meaning to bring it because I'm hunting like my dad's, I'll say, medium-sized chunk of private, and I believe it's legal, hope it is, it's perfectly reasonable, I would say, to use a gobble call on private. I just kind of keep forgetting it. You ignore them the right way, they'll follow you like a puppy. It's all like, so much of it is just finding the right bird. That's the funny thing about turkey hunting, like, and we say this all the time, if on the right day with the right bird, you could call them in with a squeaky door hinge. You could also be a professional caller, and on the wrong day, or with the wrong bird, they're just not coming in. Got a bucket list white bison the other day, nice. Is that a, well, I guess that could be a number of things. I'm assuming we're talking about Call of the Wild? Plains bison or Euro bison? Always had the best luck responding to 2 or 3 gobbles, then go completely quiet. That's, you know, this is going back 10 years, I bet. But that's like what I had read, basically that. And the strategy I would try to use. That's kind of what I do now. I try to generally not respond to gobbles at all. I try to, like, be the one calling, and then if they respond to me, I'd be quiet. Called in a huge gobbler with an absolute mess-up call. When I was really young, like 8 years old, I started turkey hunting. My dad took me, same place I went this morning. We call it the flat because it's a big oak flat. Took me back there. He had a little slate call, and this is when they were actually like slate calls. Now, you call them a slate call, but it's usually a glass or whatever. That thing, it didn't sound much like a turkey, but boy, he called in probably a 2-year-old tom. And it came in with a couple of hens and ended up going around us. I actually shot at that one, didn't get it. The next Saturday, he called in 2 real nice longbeards. They just hung up like a couple yards too far away for a 410. If we had a 12 gauge, absolutely, we could have had a shot anyway. You get them on the right day, it really doesn't matter. If it kind of sounds like a turkey, they'll come in. Got my first great one red deer today on a new account. Took me 7,500 kills. Pleased it's over, black bear next. It's funny how that is, too. I was the same way, like, when I got my bear. Alright, thank goodness it's over. On to the next. Okay, there we go. 7,500 kills, though. Congrats. Good on you for sticking with it. Got a great one, red deer, after 20 kills. That is the... okay. That is the other end of the spectrum. Wow, that was impressive. You could call in a pissy turkey by throwing a rock at a street sign? If it clangs in just the right way, I can see it. I've been good, Rusty. Little tired today. That's why I actually didn't put... Oh, I was talking about that, then that level 5 Gemsbok showed up. That's why I didn't put fishing in the title. I intend to do a 3-hour stream like we've been doing and do about an hour of fishing at the end. I just didn't want to 100% commit to that, because 3:45 was pretty early this morning. What gun are we using looks pretty efficient for Gemsbok? It's the 308 AR. If you happen to catch my best DLCs video from yesterday, it's from the Modern Weapons Pack. They made Gemsbok, I'm going to say, significantly kind of weaker with the pistol pack and update, that last update. Now, the 308 and really any 4-8 weapon, probably other than the 6.5, just shreds them. Okay, nobody here. That's kind of odd. Guess we'll go... I always get this one backwards. I think we're supposed to spawn at this tent. It was so hard to click on your stream, I broke my hand 2 days ago. Oh my. Well, I appreciate you going through the effort to get here. Hopefully you heal up soon. Maybe we can... oh, I thought that was a 5. Maybe we can help pass some time. So that would be basically the small horns that level 5 can have. I'm glad it's not a 5, because it just would have been sadness. The 308 Stalker? I think technically this is the Moonlight, but yeah, same exact gun, I just have it customized. Real pros hunt Gemsbok with a 50 cap lock. You know, I know you're here for the professional shooting, but I'm actually not a pro, so. I wonder, like, is it smart to leave baby 3s like that? I'm not sure how Gemsbok work. It could very well be the case that it's kind of like Black Bear and we just want to kill everything. I'm such a good shot. 3 rounds for 1 Gemsbok. 308 AR slaps on some grinds. If you like it for, like, as long as you're fine with ruining integrity, you can use the 300 on any grind you want. The 300 AR, it's hard to argue, but if you want your integrity, red deer, whitetail, fallow deer. That's what I used the entirety of the fallow deer grind, was the 308. Works pretty darn good. Or the recurve. That wouldn't be fun. Has anybody ever done like a Great One grind just with a bow? Somebody probably has. Alright, well, I brought Sir 12 for a reason. Mostly because I, again, had him for that DLC video, but also I was going to kennel him and thought, maybe he'll be useful. What are we grinding for specifically? So I want a diamond male Gemsbok. We've now had 2 level 5s. This last one had an unreal estimate and still trolled. This is a big 4 that has like small 5 horns, but the small 5s don't make diamonds, so kind of glad he was just a 4. 316. He's not bad looking. 230 kilo. I have treats for you, I think. I might have treats for you. What's up, Mel? I lied to him. I guess I put him away. Oh, this is a different loadout. It's fine. Use the base 7 mil for 3,500 kills on your lion grind? I was gonna say that's insane, like, not to do it, but just to stick with it for that long. I guess maybe not as bad with lions. I feel like I'm missing somewhere. I am. No, we went here. Don't know if we checked this side. Anyway, the reason that I was thinking that was insane is obviously the single shot, but lions, I guess a lot of times you're only killing one. What fur type would you want? Assuming that I can't choose a rare, I mean, gray. I guess I like light gray a little bit more than the regular gray. If I can choose a rare, I mean, gold would be insane. Beige and dark are also rare furs now, but I guess the fact that gold was a rare back in the day and still is now is kind of why I want that one. Swear something about that single shot 7 mil just drops everything? I mean, if you've been around the game for a long time, you'll recall probably. It was extremely common, even on the biggest animals, bison, moose, obviously elk and stuff. Everybody would choose the 7 mil over the 338. It just kind of did better. Alright, gonna go to the right with this. Woo, you were fast. And you are not. Got some good armor, though. Perfectly placed tree. Any chance of Shadow barking a lot? Might have to take my headphones off. She's chilling now, but, you know, doesn't take much. I get the impression she doesn't sleep very well when I'm not here. So, I was gone from, whatever, 4 o'clock this morning till, I think I got home at like 10:30. So she probably has a lot of sleeping to do. Maybe she'll sleep through some noises outside. What's up, Kevin? Grind's going. I'm pretty happy with it so far. We literally, the first kill of this stream was our second level 5. Also a troll, but, you know, otherwise I'd be done. But the fact that we've had a couple of 5s already, I feel like we're doing everything right. We just need the, you know, the dice roll to go in our favor. We got a lot of pressure there. If it was a male, I'd shoot it. I still am unsure how big a help females actually are on this grind. Perfectly placed PP armor? You should always have PP armor to survive, is I think what we're getting at here. My dog always barks when my in-game dog barks? That's luckily not an issue for me because I have the headset on. Although, when we used to have the, there was a Twitch sound alert that was an elk bugling. My headset's, it's got like a lot of sound bleeding, I think it's called. You can hear it decently well, like if you're just in the room and I have it turned up. She would bark at that, she would hear that. Gemsbok are evil. Hey, what, did I miss you shooting your second albino female water buffalo in Classic? Or like, because I saw the bobcat, you sent me that. I'm not sure if I just didn't realize you had just killed that, because I kind of vaguely remember you saying that in Wednesday's stream. I just didn't realize you had just gotten one. How many Rocky Mountain Elk diamonds do you have? Probably 10 or so. Not like a ton, but decent little collection. Alright. I think we're good. I think we're ready to rest back. We'll probably just do 4 rather than going all the way to 330. Oh, so you did have... Okay. So the second one was actually separate. That is absurd. Separate from the one I knew about, I mean. To the second run. Would you still taxi a botched diamond? Trying to think if I ever have. Personally, I don't, because then every time I walk past it in the trophy lodge, I'm just going to be annoyed that I screwed it up. Now, if it were a great one, if it's like a botched super rare or something, that may be a little bit different. But, yeah, it would just annoy me too much walking past it for me to personally do it. I'm not saying nobody else should, but that's kind of the way I would look at it anyway. 2 albinos in 2 hours, and like rare albinos as well. Trying to get a rare croc from Emerald Coast. It's not like terribly hard to find one if you even in single player, but single player, multiplayer, run down the coast a bunch of times. It's just not that like interesting. You just kind of, they're all laying out in the open. You just kind of kill them and rinse and repeat. At least with, you know, a lot of other grinds, you gotta pay a little more attention. Personal preference, there you go. Good way to say it. I have a 276 Faladime before the Great One. That's right, they don't score like that anymore. I'm kind of glad they changed them. They're a little more varied. Guess the new map? I'd love another multiple season map like Yukon. Yeah, that would be cool. We talked about that, I guess, in a recent stream. More maps having like snow or multiple seasons, like you said, would be fantastic. Did you ask? What's your guess? I just wanted to make sure you didn't ask what I wanted, because what I want is still Greenland. Somebody, I think, told me the Beard even ruled that out. I think. Or maybe Greenland was still a possibility. One of the two. Somebody said something about Greenland, but I know it's not going to be Africa 2.0. That most certainly has been ruled out. I don't have a good guess, to be honest. Beard said his reaction was, wow, we're getting those. Could it be like... Look at the map here. Could it be Marco Polo sheep? Could it be something crazy like that? That'd be neat. Better get a diamond today. I worked hard to get on here. I'm hoping, man. Hey, if it's not a diamond Gemsbok, does a diamond fish count? I don't know if I'm going to go to Spain today because it's kind of boring fishing. But I do want to keep on working on my Spain, mostly gold count, actually. I want to get that feeder rod. Oh, alright, that works. But I need 25 more golds, and I think 1 more diamond. Maybe 2 more. It's whales we're going on boats? Gray wolf, blue whale, yes! Africa 2.0 will be the final destination? I like that concept, but like, maybe that's final release and the game still exists for a few more years, because Classic hasn't had a new map in many years and it's still going along. My thing with like making Africa 2.0 potentially like the last gasp, I guess, is I certainly hope they wouldn't like, you know, do a half measure to make Africa 2.0, because there's so much potential there, and I would imagine it would bring a lot of people back to the game. It would get a lot of hype back. It seems like they should do that maybe second to last or something. Give people time to enjoy it. I'd like to request the same birthday gift you're getting Kyla, a rifle of my choosing. My plan had been to just get her one, because she wants the same thing I have, the Weatherby Vanguard 7mm8, but she hates the Badland camo on mine, and she also you know, just wants one of her own, so we don't have to bring the same gun when we hunt together. We can either spread out a little bit, or we can hunt together and each have our own gun, like, you know, if multiple deer show up or whatever. But A, they were closed the day I went to go get it, and then also B, I figured she can just choose whatever she likes, and then that way she doesn't have to hate whatever camo's on there. I'm gonna have to watch that, Billy. What is a sloth bear? I thought sloth bears were those giant, like prehistoric bears. We ever do a scoring 1.0 lodge tour? I think I did one. something like Ultimate Lodge Tour. It was, I think, some true racks, mostly legacy racks, and then obviously old scoring system. The super rare water buffalo was in there. The kudu would have been pre-trophy lodge days. What else is in there? At one point I had like a old legacy big rack diamond whitetail. That disappeared, so I know it's only a small rack and some true rack ones. I'd really have to think. I guess we could go in there too, but I don't remember. Sloth bears are aggressive fluff balls. Wonder what I'm confusing. Can't bear this anymore. I just want a lot of those cool Asian sheep species. I want Marco Polo sheep, and to be honest, I can be satisfied with that. Sun bears are my favorite bears. The ones that people still think are humans in costumes. What map should I hunt? Let's see. How about Parquet? I'll give you a tiny spoiler because it's not like the thumbnail animal or whatever. I've got a classic video coming tomorrow on Timber Gold Trails. Timber Gold's gonna be, I've said it in some streams, like basically our new home. Trying to get a 400 knot tip mule deer and some better elk and stuff too. I ended up killing my first gray puma in classic for that video, so that's the inspiration. Short face bear, that's the one, yep. Why do you play in kilos and not pounds? So actually in Way the Hunter, I do play in the Imperial system, so pounds, yards. The reason is, much of the Hunter Classic max weights and stuff transfer over to the Hunter Call of the Wild. More so on like the OG maps, Leighton Lakes, Hirschfelden, Medved to a degree. So a max weight whitetail, max weight moose, black bear, Roosevelt elk, red deer, wild boar, all these things, and so on, roe deer, they match up exactly with Classic's max weights. Classic can only be played in metric. So rather than relearn all those weight estimates, I just stuck with what I already knew. That's the only reason. I always love, like, I know kilograms and stuff too much now. Like, I don't want to rewire my brain to try to rememorize all those weights. But I'll watch any of the various streamers. Like, Didi was one that I caught a couple of weeks ago. He was streaming Leighton Lakes, and he plays in pounds, obviously. And it'll be like a level 6 black bear runs by, and it's up to like 500 pounds. It's just, like, it's kind of cool. My brain doesn't automatically think like, oh, 290 kilo, that's like 700-ish pounds. I just never make that, like, mental computation. So it's neat to see it. Imperial just better? I'm not, like, disagreeing with it. Like I said, in Way the Hunter, I went straight to it. The game is made for metric, though, so the zeroing distance and stuff does look a little nicer. A little cleaner. Going for my 6th Great One Fallow, hoping my blade rack curse is broken. How many blade racks do you have? What did I... Oh, that's the same animal. Which map is the most difficult? I guess it depends on, like, how you define most difficult. If you mean the hardest, like, to succeed on, like in the terms of, like, killing diamonds or rares and stuff, probably New England Mountains. If you mean the hardest to kill animals on, though, like, New England's loaded with animals. It's just kind of frustrating to hunt. I might say, where do you kill less animals than New England? Maybe Medved, but more so in the old days. Medved's kind of easier now. Mississippi's a nightmare? I guess if you're not hunting gators, it very much can be. I think gators break it, because rare gators are not that rare, sadly. Diamond gators show up relatively often. They make up for some of the difficulties on that map. Rancho? Oh, Rancho's a good one. Rancho can be really tough, especially now. Back in the day, it was like, if let's say in hunting season, I want to be out the door by 1:30 so I can go get in the stand by 3. It's 11 o'clock. I've got 2.5 hours. I want to get a video done and I want to kill something cool. if I go to Rancho and had 2.5 hours, like, I was basically guaranteed to get something good. Rancho was loaded with diamonds back then. Not really the case anymore. You enjoy Mississippi? I do too, honestly. There's not a map, I mean, there was a period of time where somebody would ask me, like, what's my least favorite map? And it was New England and Mississippi, and I would actually say, like, I disliked them. I don't think I dislike any maps in the game anymore. Like, I kind of appreciate the challenge. I still would say they're probably my least favorite, but I don't dislike them. Where do the water buffalo hang out on Parquet? So if you go during their drink time, which I think is 12 to 1500, something like that, they're all over the East Coast. And then pretty much the lakes on the east side too. Like the closest lakes to the coast, all the way up and down, those lakes can be really good. The far southeast one's loaded. They're also a good bit in Bosque Muerto now. Okay, so I think we're going to try to leave that guy alive for a little bit. Guess we'll maybe get 2 of these that are close together. What's up, Joe? Doing good, how about you? Our biggest issue at the moment is that we're running out of ammo. Hirschfelden's tough too? Yeah, Hirsch has always been tough. Maybe that one doesn't cross my radar as much because... especially when, you know, we were trying to get one of every diamond, like, Fallow Deer took us forever, Red Fox took us forever, so I just had to learn to hunt Hirschfelden earlier. I still, you know, struggle with it, but usually if I go for a couple hours, I can find something, because you just know so many spots if you hunt it a lot. What do you expect the next great one to be? I kind of think Roosevelt elk, that makes the most sense to me. Base game species, antlered animal. Have we, other than bears, they've all been antlered thus far. They've generally gone back and forth. That hasn't been the exact case every time, but it's usually a Leighton species, Hirschfelden species. Leighton, Hirschfelden. Last was fallow deer, Hirschfelden. So Roosevelt elk makes sense from that perspective. Or it could be any of the, you know, dozens of species that everybody makes videos on. Great one turkey? Hey, it's that time of year. Give me what's 12? You know how, like, 4 is quadruple? A 12 tuple beard, smoke phase with 2-inch spurs. Wouldn't be hard to kill, but it would be neat. Asia map, so boar? This is a dumb question. Are wild boar in Asia? Coyote getting the next great one? That would be kind of neat. Sounds good, J-Tac. Enjoy your fishing. Would you ever go back to a great one grind for a different rack or fur? Never for that reason. There may come a day. Here's one where it could happen. Not with any of the great one grinds that already exist, or that we've already done, I should say. Let's say, I don't know, great one mule deer come out, and they can have like the mismatched racks. I hate mismatched racks. There's 1 or 2 combos for all great ones, whether it's moose, whitetail. I guess they're the only ones that can have it right now. I just don't like them. So if I got a mismatched one, I'd probably do a second grind, at least eventually. Other than that, like, I may do another grind down the road. Let's say, you know, like, we started this stream by killing a level 5 male Gemsbok. He happened to not be diamond, but let's say he was. Would I consider another whitetail grind or something? It seems like we probably have, if they're going to release in say, late June, like they typically have done with summer maps. Really, have we even heard? He did say the next DLC is going to be the map, so I'm kind of guessing that. I really hope it's soon. I think CBG said something like we can expect a similar timeline to Emerald Coast. I think Beard did say that. Either way, in theory, there's a month or so there to do something. Maybe I'd mess around with the Great One grind a little bit. I prefer, like, just, you know, kind of going hunting for stuff, but that's a decent one. There's only so many things you can, you know, hunt for, especially in single player. So it might be a fun stream thing. 50-50 whitetail or 6. See, I just don't like him. And I'm not saying, you know, to each their own, obviously. But for me personally, like, I guess, like, a perfectly symmetrical buck is like the pinnacle of whitetail for me. So it bothers me when they're absurdly asymmetrical. Kind of sucks that big one's not. I guess we don't need to worry about the pressure that bad over there. As long as we only shoot 2. I don't know why, but I read that as my dream car is a saltwater croc. That would be kind of neat. When can we expect a new update? If I'm remembering correctly, and if that's something Beard actually said, I would imagine like middle to end of June kind of thing. But again, I may just be completely misremembering what I was told. I believe it was ZBG in our last stream. He said he asked Beard and like something to the effect of a similar timetable to Emerald Coast, which released June 21st or something like that. Go-to loadout? I mean, an all ARs loadout works pretty darn good these days. What is my go-to now? Probably 300 AR. I like say the 7mm bolt action or the Olsen 308 bolt action, just to kind of change it up. Maybe 243 pistol and then the old 22 Virant. Best way to locate zones for a grind. I just run around like, because assuming you're going to grind drink zones, which I'm not really sure there's a reason not to, unless it's like a chamois grind, they don't drink. I just go around to every body of water during their drink time. Just do it on foot. It takes some time, but I find that to be the most efficient way. Because if you're going around with an ATV, you can pick up tracks and get zones, but you might not know, like, oh, maybe these ones are very much in the trees and they stuck the spot. I don't even want to grind this zone. Maybe they're, you know, a much bigger herd and you really want to focus on that one and you don't realize it, or vice versa. I would just run around on foot to all your spots. Or all the zones. Ugh, you. What's going on, Dip30? Just because I'm hunting Timber Gold 2 doesn't mean you have to hate me, okay? This town is, in fact, big of us for the both of us. June 20th? I'm proud of myself for being that close, but it's always in that era, so I really just kind of got lucky. I remember because I came back from holiday, I was very sad I couldn't play it as soon as it came out. Ah, fair enough. I'm getting like a million spam calls today. Get any turkey on PA opener? I did not. My dad just killed one this morning. I was out. I even heard the 2 birds. So they were roosted a little further down today. I tried to put one to roost last night and had no luck. So they roosted kind of down in the bottom and I was hunting up top. So I pretty much stayed put. They started to wrap around and I thought like, ooh, I could get out into the field and get ahead of them. But my dad was hunting sort of like further along in the field and I really didn't want to mess that up, and I'm glad I stayed put because he ended up smoking that one. That spot seems to be the go-to spot though, so I happen to have an extra blind in my truck, and now that my dad's tagged out, I think that's where I'm going to go tomorrow morning. The nice thing is, since it's just on that field edge, I can sleep in a little bit later too. I probably only got to get up at like 4:30. 24 pumpkins planted. Oh boy. Gonna have plenty. Oh, 4 blade racks, 3 mocha, 1 silver. 4 blade racks is whack. That seems to be the least common one. The pumpkin factory. Does anyone know what weekday the legendaries the Angler reset? I think it's Wednesday night. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. So that there were 2, right? I think I left one down there. So do you not get 2 tags in PA? You can, and actually I have 2 tags. It's dumb, but as with a lot of things in this type of category, basically, oh, nice. You can buy what's called a special turkey tag in PA, which is just an additional turkey tag. I think it's 23 bucks. You can only get that before the season, meaning you can't fill your first tag, you know, like my dad did today on May 6th, and you've got 3 weeks of turkey hunting left and think like, oh, let me get another one. You have to have already purchased the tag. As far as I know, that's still the case. It's no longer purchasable, so yeah, even if I kill one, like let's say I go there tomorrow and kill one, I'll probably go to public land or something for a second one. I don't want to like decimate the turkey population, at least on my dad's property, but we'll see. I'll worry about getting one before I start talking about all that. A pumpkin Great One fallow track? The mocha is kind of like a jack-o'-lantern. Would it be best to try to locate the zones in the middle of the drink zone or end? I would probably go middle-ish. If you're not already grinding the animal, fairly early is fine. What tends to happen with pretty much anything, as you grind them, as you kill, you know, potentially hundreds, you start getting animals coming in really late to their zones for some reason. So that's a reason to go towards the end. If you're not already grinding them though, yeah, just, you could pretty much, what I would do, like let's say it's Gemsbok, they drink from 3 to 6 a.m., I'd start at 3:30, 3:40. Painted looks like a moldy pumpkin. You know what I saw? It's really dumb, actually, but somebody posted a like phone picture of their TV, I'm sure they played on console, of a painted Great One Fallow. And I'm not sure if it was like the phone contrast, like the phone camera contrast, or maybe the TV's like color grading was way off. It literally looked like a white fallow deer with like some splotches, like almost a piebald. And I kind of really liked it. I sort of wish that was a fur that we could have, but it doesn't exist. Sounds good, Viper. Appreciate you becoming a Shoesty as well. How was your gardening?
Worked out. Did some planting, garden, whatever.
Planting, gardening, whatever.
Count as gardening when it says little.
It's gardening.
Plastic.
It's a very tiny garden.
My little seedlings.
Got a question about my grind. I'm grinding red deer on my tame map. I've got every zone down to level 5s or lower with the occasional level 7 or 8. I'm not seeing any progress. What do I do now? I'm definitely not an expert as far as like shooting zones down and stuff. That's actually not something I've ever done. Like with my moose grind, I started leaving a couple level 2s. That's about as far as I've gone to like, I guess, management or whatever of my herds. As far as I know, you just keep killing high levels, but yeah, just know I'm not the expert. There may actually be something you should do. It may be worth asking someone else. Pumpkin addicts.
Yep.
We're getting more serious with the gardening this year, though. We're gonna, well, she does have 24 plants apparently, so we'll see. But the intention is to plant some other stuff too. We shall see.
Blueberries.
That's not the ones. That doesn't count.
What? What do you mean?
You don't plant blueberries in a garden. What's up, Elite? We ever do a scoring 1.0 lodge? If you look up like my ultimate lodge tour or ultimate trophy lodge, I did do something like that. Alright. Some of these zones are far from consistent. What? I do, you know what? A lot of times, we were having, if we'd spawn here, Gemsbok at like any time of day would go trotting down towards their zone. Maybe they're just late. You planted blueberries in your garden? Like blueberry bushes? Because like, then they're just kind of in your garden forever.
It's not a bad thing.
Well, I would just...
Strawberries do the same thing. They just grow year after year.
Yeah, but... Okay. How many things can I answer at once? It's really convenient they jump around and let you shoot them. My mom says she's going to take gardening serious this year every year. I just want, like... It doesn't have to be an entire, you know, sustaining supply of anything, but just like... It's a little late to plant onions, but I think it might still be doable, but just like maybe some peppers, onions, like stuff we use. It would be convenient and obviously better to get them from here. My, this is not gardening, but it's similar. My aunt, at some point in the last couple of years, got a bunch of chickens, and my dad, now, or my parents, just get their eggs from my aunt. We had chickens growing up, too. But homegrown eggs, like, for the last couple of months, we've been fairly consistently, like, making eggs for breakfast. God, the difference. Homegrown eggs versus store-bought eggs. If you've never had, like, farm eggs, highly recommend. Blueberries in pots is great for moving around. That's actually what we have currently, but when we, probably this week, well, should be this week, as soon as possible, but I'm assuming we can get it done, say, Thursday? We'll get them in the ground, get some deer fence around them. What's up, Gun Up? My wife buys plants every single year, watches them turn brown and die, then repeat. Well, you know, if that's, if that tickles her fancy, I guess. What gun am I using? The 308 AR. Chickens are the best. Laying chickens are the best. Meat chickens are disgusting. We had them too. They smell like straight ammonia. They're just... I mean, like, it's not their fault. They're bred to do this, but they eat... Some of them eat until they break their legs, and you just gotta kill them. Like, they're just gross creatures. Laying hens are the best. Like, they're fairly, like, they have some form of camaraderie with the rest of them, meaning, like, they'll defend each other and stuff from whatever. Usually they have a little bit of a hierarchy, so my brother's hen, which happened to be the oldest one, because we got them in, 4th grade science class. I know that's weird, but redneck things, I guess. It would... Even the rooster that we got, that hen would boss around the rooster, which usually isn't how it works. Laying hens can be really pretty. Oh my god. Why? It probably was.
It's not even loud. I'm just like...
Yeah, but it's like... I guarantee that's what it was. Come here.
Sorry.
You're fine. I'll come here and apologize.
I'm scared.
You did indeed call it, Dr. Raccoon. You did. Shadows commentating. Maybe it'll make a... I almost said great one. Maybe it'll make a diamond Gemsbok spawn. No idea, Anthony. I literally just wish it would get off my Twitter timeline so I can see football stuff again. It's all I see, and it's kind of annoying. Hey.
Shadow.
That's enough. There's nothing there. I see you're gonna bark again. Don't do it. I see you puffing those cheeks. What's up, Wyatt? We're chilling. We killed literally the first kill. Like, the first place we went to, we had a level 5 Gemsbok. He was up to 367. I thought we were done. Still trolled us. Now we're going along probably another hour-ish. And then we're gonna, in theory, do some fishing, too. Team Kendrick? Sure. Wait, I am?
You are.
Okay. Are you paying attention to this stuff now? So you paying attention to this stuff now?
Well, he did a song with Taylor Swift, so...
Oh my god.
That's why.
If anybody didn't hear that, it was because he did a song with Taylor Swift. We really gotta kill these big fours. There's a couple of solid female Gemsbok here. Take your time there, fella. Oh yeah, just really? Where'd he go? I think... No, that's a smaller one. Maybe with binos? Nope. Try to get him when he comes out of there, but no promises. Was it just that one? Maybe it was. Figures. Finally hit him and got him to turn with the last shot. I don't think it was a good hit either. Oh, maybe. I guess Sir 12 can help us out. Pipsqueak, pipe down. It's an unfortunate time to be named Drake at the moment. Happens. We should release diss tracks about each other to get views. You are not the first content creator that also does the Hunter Call of the Wild that has suggested that to me, though the other one was more serious. This was an actual suggestion somebody had. Some Mel Flinter raps? I ain't about to rap, it just wouldn't be good.
It's just poetry.
Sup, it? It's not just poetry, really. The writing is, I guess. Just no Flinters bumping that Kendrick in the car. Oh yeah, you know, when I'm driving to turkey hunt in the morning, I get myself amped up with some Kendrick Green. I didn't like him. He was a Steelers center. Who says I'm not being serious? But why so serious? Mel can do the April Fools like Crow did back then? Imagine Mel just imitating me. I can imitate Mel. It's, oh, I always get it wrong. I know it's so hello there, guys. It's always like welcome back to the channel, I think is the way she says it. I get it wrong by a tiny bit every time. Good Lord, Billy. Favorite NFL team, Steelers. I could be the real Drake and you'd never know. I mean, true. Especially with no profile picture. I don't understand. Where did that one come from? Did I accidentally shoot 2 females? The turtle boy. A pirate stand then? See, this is where people just like probably assume that I'm a bandwagon fan, which I guess like in a way, but not the way that people usually are. So like as far as baseball goes, I root for the Braves far more than I root for the Pirates because Kyla's family are Braves fans, and like growing up, we didn't watch Pirates baseball. We didn't really like in 2015. We kind of followed a little bit that little short playoff run they went on until they lost. But it was never something we paid any attention to. And college football happened to be the same thing. And it just so happens, like, since Kyle and I started dating, the Braves won a World Series, and the UGA won, what, back-to-back national titles, and then last year they probably would have won again if they were allowed in. Their own fault for losing to Bama, but still. I scare people with the intensity of my raps. You accept it? Alright. I convinced you, huh? Excuse me, everyone. That was a sick rhyme I just made. Why am I not being praised? That's the feeling I get, like, when I see posts. Like, somebody will post something and then repost it again. Like, excuse me. Why haven't you all golf clapped? I even included Pokemon because Flume likes that. I do be liking the Pokemons, you're not wrong there. So, what happened here? Did these move, or have we just never seen these? Jeez, how about you jump right in front of the one I'm shooting? That was terrible. You're a stick rhyme? What's up, Soup? Have you checked the mail yet? That's what I was memeing on? Oh. Decent gun hub. Dad killed one this morning, by the way. He shot a pretty nice bird. Saturday, I'm pretty sure 7 separate gobblers. I don't even want to say I called in 2. I think 2 kind of came my general direction, maybe to check out my calling, but they didn't care much for the decoys or anything. Got some footage of them. I saw 5, I guess, total birds on Saturday. 2 hens, 2 gobblers, and then I saw 2 more hens today. Plus the one my dad killed. You're still working? Well, quit that. I never say something like that seriously. I'm not cringe. Oh. Well, I knew you were memeing, but I didn't know. There was a specific thing that I didn't say exactly the words, but I think that's also what you meant. Personally, I'd be a Virginia Tech fan. Are they the turtle? Aren't they some kind of turtle? Is that Virginia Tech? Nightbot said absolutely not. So this is kind of becoming a zone of all females up here. There's that one male that we're leaving for now. Still not sure if that's a good idea. See, that might be the problem too. Like, maybe we need to kill him. Temporarily. I guess that one gets the... Oh. So they're moving. They're kind of spreading out around this lake, I think. Well, we'll figure it out. What is your IRL hunting jam? Do you literally mean like music for IRL hunting, or do you mean like what do I like to hunt? Was that Kyla chortling? I don't know. She's over there humming to Taylor Swift, so I doubt it. They are turkeys. Virginia Tech is? Who's the turtles? Not the Ninja Turtles, though. Can you, like, quit that? Perfect. Oh my god. I'm gonna blame you anyway. Huh? So I'm gonna blame you anyway. I wasn't driving. Average non-chortler. What team do Steelers fans hate nowadays? I mean, I don't know if it counts as hating the Ravens. It's more like hate because of mutual respect kind of thing. I feel like Steelers fans generally hate, like, the Browns more. Because they've always been bad, and now they're, like, good enough that they usually beat the Steelers once a year, and I think Steelers fans hate that more. Doesn't help the Deshaun Watson thing. Listens to Kanye West in secret. That's me. Kanye West, know her. Maryland is the Terrapin? That seems right. At least it ain't my Bengals. I hated the Bengals when Vontaze Burfict was there. I don't really... Like, when it was... I mean, it was Burfict, it was Pac-Man Jones. Marvin Lewis was just kind of a goob. But, yeah, that team, I didn't care for them very much. I generally like... I don't think there's anybody on the team I dislike. I like Joe Burrow. Jamar Chase has been fantastic for them. Tyler Boyd, obviously, being a Pitt kid's pretty cool. Still wish we could have got him, but... Or Higgins. Good beginner rifle? Are we talking for the Hunter Call of the Wild? I mean, depends. Are you going DLC, or are you going base game? Obviously, Denver gonna beat the Steelers. This is a joke. We're so bad. Maybe Bo Nix will be good. They have a tendency to beat the Steelers. Well, kind of. When they beat the Steelers, it's usually dumb stuff. Like, in the playoffs, I think this was the year... I think the Broncos won it all this year. Do you remember? Did they beat the Steelers when they won the Super Bowl with Manning? We were down to, like, our third running back. I think Le'Veon Bell was hurt, D'Angelo Williams was hurt, and it was a guy named Fitzgerald Toussaint. I was listening to the radio. I was driving home from work late that night. Steelers were basically trying to run out the clock, and Toussaint fumbled, and Manning let him right down, won the game. Could you not eat a hen that bred to lay eggs? You can do that. What's the reasoning behind the question? Think we beat the Steelers and Pats? That seems... I know you guys beat the Pats when you won it all, so that would make sense. American football talk while not in the Angler? Imagine. It's less of it today because the draft didn't just happen. I'm having a hard time because they're so inconsistent right now. Having a hard time choosing where to start this. All chickens are fair game. Are Thunder chickens counting? Hey, G-Man. One troll Gemsbok thus far, and then a big four that had like the small 5 horns. So if we start here, and they might not be here yet. Yeah, this is becoming a little like a lot of the grinds we know very well. Looking like things are getting to their zones quite late. No even decent rev servers open. They're all either hacked or full or kicking. The kicking stuff is getting so bad. And maybe it is a product of there's less multiplayer servers out there, so when someone does get host, they just kick everybody out. That could be it. I get kicked from so many more servers than I ever used to. Because some people don't know how to make a game private. Those people just kick everybody that joins. But I think generally when you get kicked from multiplayer, it's not by the original host. I think they get a hold of the server and then just kick everybody that joins. What did I think it was Hirschfelden. I kind of thought it happened again, though. But the Euro Bison video for sure. I left that server because it was almost night. In hopes of, finding a better server. And it took me like a half hour to find one that I didn't get kicked out of. Either immediately on joining, or I'd run a couple hundred meters and get kicked. Those people lack intelligence. I guess if you want the server to yourself, have at it, but could you not also, just play single player? Be nice. What's EW doing about it? Oh wait, nothing. They should remove... Well, no, they shouldn't remove the kick button, because hackers are rampant. See, if there weren't hackers rampant, they could fix that problem and then leave the kick button where it is. I only kick people that get close to me. I try to just not kick people, because I always feel like what's going to happen is somebody's doing something that absolutely warrants them getting kicked, like, you know, running around, following me, shooting my gun right behind me, spooking stuff, and then inevitably they're going to go on like the official Discord and tell everybody that I'm like the worst person and I kicked them because they were about to kill a diamond, and then they'll like screenshot that they were in a server with me and screenshot getting kicked. So I try not to kick people just to avoid those scenarios, but yeah, if they're following me around and shooting, usually I leave, but if I'm on a server, like maybe I'm tracking a diamond or something, then I gotta kick them. If I ever get host, the only time I'll kick someone is if they're overshooting or just AFK in a spot I want to go. I usually just run by people if they're AFK. Saw 2 turkeys yesterday, one while on the dirt road driveway to the private farm, then jumped the turkey on the back edge of a cornfield, got 2 at 32, and it spooked. Oh, dang. How close were you trying to get? Someone left a review on my Steam account because I kicked them for hacking. That's some dedication, though, to go and seek you out. Because it ain't like a lot of other Steam games where you can like go to recently played with or whatever. Like they would have had to search you up. Wrong gun. Really need to buy more bullets. Okay, at least we found some Gemsbok. Not a curved horn in sight. Looking more and more like it would have been very nice if that level 5 had made it. Okay, get a little better at that, so that's good. I play on Xbox, and I legit have never been able to stay in multiplayer, mostly because I lose connection every single time. Yeah, servers being, like, what's the correct word? Servers being tied to the individual host. If JTAC was still here, I know he knows the phrase. Someone in here may know it as well. Like when I make a multiplayer server, the server is hosted by me, not by like an EW server or whatever. That doesn't help things in that regard, but yeah, poor connection also doesn't help. Seizure warning. Wait, why? What's up, Ryan? Oh, that's fair gun up. Whenever I get a hold of a server, I'd say half the people that join are modders. I don't run into too many modders. Usually, there's one guy in particular that somehow I always find. That's kind of annoying, but usually I'll find a server that's modded, but I don't often see people joining my server that are modding. Whether it's, you know, somebody's level 500 or anything like that. Maybe I don't pay enough attention. That's also a possibility. Do you know if there's a max score for Musty? I killed a 276. That is max score. With this grind, you shoot both the males and the females? I have been, yeah. I'm not sure if it makes any sense to do that, but that's at least the approach we're going with so far. I wouldn't say we're like out here killing it, but 2 level 5 males in a couple hundred kills, that seems perfectly reasonable. Still have no clue what those weird rectangle things are that most people have in their name. It's like, so if your Steam name, like say you copy and paste characters, I actually don't know how you do it, but I assume it's this way. You copy and paste characters in from like, you know, you go to a online thing that's like convert text to symbols that looks like text. There's like fancier text essentially. Call of the Wild doesn't have those things, so the symbol is just a rectangle. Anything like that. That's all it is. Hey, Timothy. Got myself a male piebald fallow on EC. Also got a male leucistic caper Kaylee. Nice. I had a, it was in that DLC video. I was chasing a level 3 around, and the sun was hitting it just right, and it really looked leucistic, and I was thinking about that just the other day. That's awesome, man. Hey, Mr. Clutch. I like your profile picture. I think we're just down here. Oh no, we came here early and they weren't here. That's not good if they just left. The zone's there. And I know we haven't killed them all. Well, let's go up here, and this time let's spawn at the lodge in case they're going to run down by us. You're so tired you've been working since 7? Weak. I was in the woods at 4:55. Get on my level. Just kidding. You actually had to work. What's max score for the Euro Bison True Act at a 132.9? It's the biggest I've seen. I think it's, yeah, low to mid 130s. Well, that's good. If the lion comes up here, we'll kill that. He might. Seems like he's maybe just down over. Got trolled by 2 level 9 kangaroos today, but nabbed another diamond piebald mallard. There you go. Kangaroos are just, they're rough. They're one of the worst trolls the game has ever had. Any good kills today? 1 troll Gemsbok to start the stream. If you're interested, literally go to like the 2-minute mark. Ever fallen asleep while in the field? Oh yeah. If you mean in the field just like hunting in general. I haven't done it yet this year. Usually I do sleep during turkey season, and I like tried a little bit. Oh, God, I thought that was the dark brown lion for sure. But yeah, I just couldn't fall asleep. Specifically, where I've done the most sleeping in recent years has been when hunting in West Virginia. When I killed my archery buck in 2022, probably hadn't woken up from a nap like 20 minutes before I released an arrow. I really thought that was going to be a heart shot. It's a lung shot. Well. I tried. Got a red deer, great one, nice. Had a guaranteed diamond rune multiplayer, shot it, disconnected. I've only had that particular thing a few times. Usually I disconnect early on to where I don't get to find anything, but when you kill something cool and get disconnected, it's the worst. Hunting naps are great if the weather's right, just not in the tree stand. Oh, that's where I nap the most, but I have a safety harness on if I'm going to nap. If I ever forget my harness, it doesn't matter how tired I am, like I will not let myself even think about napping. The idea of waking up as you fall out of a tree stand is not appealing to me. A little lower for heart? Well, he was a little beyond 200, so I was trying to aim high, but maybe I didn't need to. Where's trolls? Reindeer, caribou, rusa, kangaroo, feral goat. Yeah, rusa are bad too. Emerald trolls, you know, most of that map really. Just kind of not their best. Hog deer don't seem as bad. Crocs troll a lot too. I think there's, well, I guess that's kind of the problem. I was going to say I think there's just a lot of level 9s, but it's sort of the case with all of them. The rock of the tree swaying just lulls you to sleep. I don't know if I've told this on stream. So when we hunted in Kentucky this past year, we went in like a mile before we split up, and then I walked another probably half a mile, maybe 5/8 of a mile, something like that. And I've followed this creek bed along, and I found this guy's cell cam. And I'm like, this dude knows there's a big buck back here or something. Random, you know, Joey likes to hunt, doesn't put his camera a mile and a half back. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm gonna hunt right here. And I'm looking, I found, ooh, maybe? I found the trail where the camera was on, and I tried to set up on it. There's one tree that was perfect. And I got like halfway up it and realized that tree was completely dead. And I still hunted up there the entire time. It was stupid risky. Don't do it. So that estimate is 6 less than the first one. The first one we had today was up to 367. Another large male. See, I feel like shooting males and females is the move then. The fact that we've had 2 show up just today, that seems to be evidence we're doing the right thing. Do we go confidence or no confidence? I guess we go confidence. We'll make sure we get the shot, and then we'll get this forward too. Work. Rolled that guy. Hopefully he doesn't troll, fingers crossed, because I don't love that they're moving around a lot all of a sudden. Bet you $1 at trolls? I don't know if I have $1. If this makes it, Carolina will get 3 wins this season. It's a lot of pressure on me. Is there a cap on the amount of tents you deploy? 16 per map. So there's the 4. 321 to 361. Level 5 male number 3. Moving kind of in the right direction. I still think it's smaller than the first one. I think 333 was our first one. We've hard shot all 3, so I guess that's good. They just look too cool. Just like, let me have one. I do feel by the end of this stream even, we'll be probably 300 kills-ish. You know, I haven't hit this grind like super hard, but we've been, you know, starting to amass some hours on it. I feel like we've done a legit grind now. Like, if it would have been, even the one at the beginning of the stream, if it would have been the first level 5 that showed up last Monday's stream, it wouldn't have even felt like we worked for it. I feel like we're in the area of having worked for it now, so if one shows up, I'll be, well, if one shows up that makes diamond, I mean, I'll be very happy with that. Sadly, Carolina will only get 2 wins. I just, you know, maybe Bryce Young will figure it out, but it's going to be tough. On a heater, oh my. Had to sit in a dead tree while seeking deer hunting in Virginia or Maryland. That was pretty scary. The one, and maybe this is how, like, you found out too. The one that I was climbing, like, at the bottom, I really can't remember if I noticed it or not, but I put my first stick on and got up. I put the second stick on, and I thought, like, huh, it kind of sounded weird. Sort of like spongy too. Maybe the bark's just really soft. And then as I got onto the third stick, I was like, oh my god, this entire tree is dead. Like dead, hollow inside. Every time the wind would blow, every time I would shift, I was just terrified it was going to fall down, but, you know, me being dumb. Every time I go to Kentucky, I try to die. I almost got struck by lightning turkey hunting. Maybe I should quit going back there. Oh, what a horrible shot. Okay. Let's make him jump around until we can get him. What's up, Benson? 2 level 5 male Gemsbok this stream. We've had one like 2 minutes in, one just 2 minutes ago. Both rolls. Honestly, Maximus probably grind. They're probably not a terribly difficult species to grind for. I kind of refused to grind for them. I didn't want to. If you just want a diamond Rusa, I would think grinding is the better option. Dead, hollow inside. Me. That heater disc never gets old. It was just, you know, like, what I disliked was just, it was regular grinding that everybody was doing, and then adding a bunch of nonsense in there to make it different, to make it seem different even. I'm gonna make Flantro's herd management method, oh my god, tiny Gemsbok. And it's gonna be like regular herd management, except every time you buy 10 more rounds of ammo so the game knows you're serious. Speaking of 10 more rounds of ammo, that's about all we got left. This time, for realsies and serious, when we fast travel, I'll buy more. Sounds like Kentucky wants your soul. Like, the first time it was my fault. Unless it was, you know, maybe Kentucky beckoned me up that dead tree. But, the nearly getting struck by lightning thing, I mean, also my fault for hanging around too long, I guess, but that was terrifying. So I wonder, did that round go through the dead male Gemsbok, or did he just fall out of the way in time? Here, Kentucky has good chicken? I think they're famous for something like that, but I'm not sure exactly. Family has quite a bit of property in a valley in Kentucky. We just on the ridge and everything pours through the valley. Am I understanding correctly? You basically have like a big old funnel? If you have like, you know, a heavily used funnel, it doesn't get much better. Ghost bullet? I don't know. Like, we killed the one that we were trying to get, but it went through the male first, I think. Grilled? Yeah, Kentucky grilled chicken, something like that. Maybe it's like Kentucky baked chicken. You're a big old funnel? Yeah, Becky Maddie. These kids will respect their elders, yeah. Alan was hunting and had a tree splatter by landing about 50 yards away. Hitting a tree would have been minus, yeah, I guess being closer to. That was about the distance that it hit, but it hit the ground for me. Hitting a tree would have been scarier, no doubt. Minus, like, it literally, you know, hitting right next to me or whatever. I wonder what the distance is where it's dangerous just to be that close to it. It's got... My ear was ringing for probably 45 minutes. Not like, you know, you know how, like, in a game, if you get a flashbang grenade, that ringing sound, it wasn't like that. But if it was really quiet, it was still kind of just like, just the faintest little ringing. I assume somewhere between, say, like 50 yards and maybe 20 is actually dangerous just to have it strike that close to you. Yeah, kids these days lost respect for funnels. Now they just throw a bag of corn out there and they don't do any of the work. These cell cams, I tell you what. Yeah, Benson. Honestly, 16 plus is solid. 16.0, let's say, and 16.1 come around relatively often. You start to get even north, like 16.2. You're looking at a pretty solid one. Kind of would have wanted to kill that, but it's okay. You mean the place that had to take the word chicken out of his name because it couldn't legally be called chicken? Well, I guess I'm going to stop eating there now. Is that true? I know, sorry. I know of, I think it was in Ireland or somewhere in the UK. Subway bread couldn't legally be called bread because there's like too much sugar in it or something, but... And like Taco Bell has beefy things because calling it beef doesn't fit whatever standards need to be met. Hasn't stopped me with Taco Bell, to be honest. I hope I remember to go claim those. I probably won't. Ireland or somewhere in the UK? It was somewhere, I don't remember. You love Subway? Honestly, same. I haven't had Subway in a while, but... The weirdest thing about Subway is, like, you get, like, let's say you go and pick up Subway and you drive home. And you've had it in your truck for 15 minutes. And for, like, 3 days, your truck smells like Subway. It's like, what is that, though? Like, what is that smell? It doesn't smell like food, but it smells like... It triggers food at, like, triggers your brain as it's food. And if we're doing a 3-hour stream, can we do Classic next? It'll end up being the Angler if we go beyond, which I think is going to be my plan. Chilling for now. I do, sadly, like, after the stream, I think I've got a Classic video coming tomorrow, and I think I'm going to edit Classic while hunting in a tree stand in Classic. I think that's going to be my evening. But, yeah, I want to get some fishing in and keep doing that. I feel like we've had a good thing going with, like, adding the Angler into a bunch of these streams. Can you not look that way, sir? Thank you. Alright, for one, I forgot to buy ammo again. So I'm just going to do it literally right now. The smell of weakness for carbs. An hour late never fails. What's up, Hailstorm? Alright, we're about to buy... Should we just buy 1,200? We're going to be here a minute. I need a controller. Controller's 100 times better to buy ammo. I used to just have, like, when I played Rocket League all the time, I just had a controller plugged in. You can eat Tide Pods, just not frequently? You're right. Ireland said it was cake, not bread, but yeah, they went to KFC because of that. Well, alarming. Hope you have good luck. Classic hunting, been trying to get another good mule deer. Shot a 213, but should have been at least 220. The short times get mule deer so bad. I'm hunting for a 400 non-tip now, so it'll probably be a while. I imagine that's going to be a several year long, like, kind of quest, but we'll see. The 70 turkey happened while trying to get a 200 whitetail, so you never know. Maybe, like, the 400 non-tip goes quick. Technically, all bread is sugar, is made maybe with sugar. I'm no professional baker, so I wouldn't know. Kyla's gonna become a professional sourdough baker, though.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
You want sourdough?
I said you're gonna become a professional sourdough baker.
I'm trying not to eat bread.
But bread is glorious.
I know. It's not healthy.
Most bread outside the U.S. doesn't have sugar, at least not much. Yeah, if I remember right, like the percentage of Subway's bread that's sugar is actually like absurd. She is? Well, I think Mistress was like dehydrating her sourdough starter, and I don't know if she has already done this, but she was gonna like then rehydrate it and see if it would work, and then potentially send one, because, well, I'm incompetent and Kyla doesn't feel like doing it, I guess. Oi! I should have fast traveled, that would have made sense. Just jump right in front of it. Nope. Oh, you're lucky I can't spot you. Next time. How many starters has she killed? She hasn't tried to do one.
I'll say, I haven't even started ever.
Are you a whole grain or white bread kind of guy? I don't like a regular sandwich. I don't like it on white bread. Like, I'll eat it, but white bread gets too soggy, and I swear a whole grain doesn't, so I usually get some kind of whole grain or whatever's not white bread, basically. I've been called the cornbread king of my house. I make about 30 different kinds. Oh my god. Do you need a job as a chef? Because cornbread would be all kinds of cornbread. I'd be all over that. Hey, no worries, Assassins. I appreciate you jumping in. Life comes first. I forget where we've been again. I still think they didn't show up here on time. I'll taste all that for you. There you go. Hey guys, look at my living bread on my counter. It's a great way to think about it. Alright, well they still... Oh, there's that one again. They still exist here. They're already leaving though. It's like they just got here. Alright, let's kill this big four I'd kind of just been wanting to. And then maybe that male? Wait, did I get the mail? Nope. That's fine. Dino diet. What's up, Josh? Used to not have that much food in my house, so I learned to make cornbread and would eat that all the time. I made it taste almost like cake. I'm imagining this being something like carrot cake, where it's like you wouldn't expect it at first, but it's actually really good. Cootie drink time 21. No, I think it's 18 to 21, or maybe 17 to 21. Anything good? 2 troll male Gemsbok, but we're moving along. We're getting 5s to spawn. Just a matter of time. Cornbread is good regardless. I could eat just cornbread as a meal. And extra sugar. We got, I think it's like Jiffy or something is the brand. They're like, I don't know if they're, I can't remember if they were on sale, if this was the normal price, but it's a really small box of cornbread mix to make like cornbread muffins. And I'm pretty sure it was like 50 cents. So we got a bunch of boxes of those because there's 2 of us anyway. It's not like we need that much. Wait. Yeah, that's the right spot. Use brown sugar or molasses instead of regular sugar? Well, gonna have to try that now. No, don't leave. Well, this will be a thing. You're leaving too. So, like, no worries, Duke. We're still chilling. We have shot a couple of level 5 male Gemsbok, but none have made it, so it's still going along. About to reset, probably do one more run, then actually do some fishing. You smell like pudding? Thank you. How'd you know? The Lake Club. Well, the heck, Kyla's from Georgia and doesn't make homemade cornbread? Listen here, I got her a KitchenAid for Christmas a couple of years ago, and she used it like 4 times.
It's cleaning it. That's alright.
It's cleaning it. They need to make a dishwasher safe.
I'm so lazy.
Whatever it's called, I pick KitchenAid. Brown sugar between your pancakes instead of syrup? I don't have pancakes that often to begin with, but... Crunchy or creamy peanut butter? I've never had crunchy peanut butter. I can't imagine that being something I'd like. Oh. I swear I saw that hit right behind his shoulder. Alright. Hey, Colton. We're talking about peanut butter at the moment. What diamond should I grind for? Well, Mel Diamond Gemsbok is an interesting one, so you could consider that. Peanut butter is gross. You know when Kyla said, "What's wrong with you?" But I mean it.
What's wrong with you now?
Do you like jerky? Yes. I'll eat beef jerky and stuff, but it's almost exclusively venison jerky. My dad probably every year makes, I'd say throughout the year, 20 or 30 pounds. And then a bunch of, deer bologna, sausage, that kind of stuff. But just regular old deer jerky's top tier. I had some turkey hunting this morning, in fact. Oh, soup. You can't hunt and not like jerky? I'm sure there's someone out there, but... Creamy is superior for the uses. Crunchy has its place, just not in my house. Don't you dare come into my house with crunchy peanut butter. That's the way I read that. Jerky's the best hunting snack. It is, and it's so unfortunate that it's so, like... Is aromatic a weird word for jerky? I feel like that's appropriate. Because the problem is, unless you're rifle hunting, and not rifle hunting in a spot where you expect to shoot far, unfortunately, it can give you away. I remember one time, I was 13, I think. No. I had to have been 14 because I didn't kill a buck on my own until high school. Do you turn 14 or 15 your freshman year? I'm slowly getting older and older in this story. But I had killed... I think I killed a buck and a doe already. And it was like the first Saturday of... Or maybe this... Well, I don't know. It was a Saturday. And my dad sent me out with a bag of jerky. And I think there was like a couple of candy bars and stuff in the bag too. And I got there and I'm sitting there. Just like, it's kind of starting to get light out. And I'm just like... I could just smell this, like it's in a gallon bag. And I can smell the jerky through it. So I broke off a bunch of hemlock limbs and like laid them down on top of it to cover the scent. First deer that walked by. It was a little fork horn, so I'd already used my buck tag. I wouldn't have shot it anyway, but it was definitely not legal. He walked right to me, smelled it, and ran away. I ended up killing a doe anyway, but yes, but you gotta be in a pretty good spot to not have that give you away. Blueberry preserves in my jerky. Ooh, nice. Fork antler. It's fork horn. Old man Flinter's brain is giving you memory loss? Dude, you should have caught Friday's stream. I would, like, you think this is bad. Friday's stream, I actually sounded like I had, like, something wrong. I couldn't, just constantly. I was having problems remembering words. I was having problems reading. I was having problems talking. Ooh, there you go, Ribbit. Yeah, back in my day, I was sharp as a tack. Now about as dull as a basketball. Hey, Ryder. 2 level 5 male Gemsbok thus far, both trolls. Otherwise, we wouldn't still be hunting Gemsbok. You probably could have guessed that. You're not wrong, Soup. Just like obscure football facts in general. I really can't remember what the specific thing was, but it was during the first round 1 of the draft the other night. We were in Georgia. And I said something. Like, just this random fact. It was like... I don't think it was even a draft specific thing, but it was something to the effect of like, oh yeah, I remember the Steelers picked Najee Harris 20th overall 4 years ago. And both Kyla and her mom looked at me like, why do you know that? And I was like, I don't know. Forkhorn versus fork antler is the most controversial thing, and Forkhorn is the correct. And also spotted bass don't have spots. How many kills are the grind? Honestly, I'm not counting, but I would imagine probably close to 300. I think I went there. See, I'm having a real hard time keeping track of where I go, though. I need to come up with like a route, I guess. It's a forkhorn, can't change my mind. It is a forkhorn. It's just correct. We tend to remember useless info. I've often wondered, you know, like what kind of things I could know if my brain wasn't filled with like diamond requirements, max weight estimates, you know, yeah, random sports facts, specifically football facts. So many things, you know, maybe I could like become a doctor and find a cure to something, but instead immediately somebody's like, what's the max weight for gray fox? And I'll be like, 5 to 6 kilo. The max is 6.8. Please help, I can't stop. Don't forget pronghorn shedding. Pronghorns shed their they're a deer because they shed their antlers, actually. That's what I was told. That's not true, but somebody did tell me that in my chat. Second rifle suggestion in Classic, what you got? Male diss track featuring Shadow. At the very least, if you, well, I can do it because Shadow, like, trust me, I guess, but if she sits on my lap, I can make her sit upright and, like, sway to music and stuff when Kyla's blasting Taylor Swift. I do that. Greyhawk, thank you for the super chat. Love the content from British Columbia, Canada. Well, thank you, man. Appreciate the support. Hope you're doing well. I'm glad that I can pronounce Greyhawk because I just looked at the second part of your name and I definitely cannot say that. But thank you, thank you. Eating bass is illegal except for spotted, white, and striped. Wait. Like anywhere, or? Nice, Ribbit. It's a decent 4. There was another, see, he was running from a lion or something, but there was another decent 4 here last time. Not that one, he went up to 3 something. Eustache peony, like that. I mean, illegal for purists. Ah, that makes more sense. I guess that big 4 doesn't exist. PB largemouth is 4.5 pounds? That's right, a little bit bigger than mine. Mine's 4 pounds, 2 ounces. I feel like you get above 3 pounds, they're all fun to catch, though. Is Kyla still on the quest for Taylor Swift tickets, or did she get some? You going back to, like, last year or whatever? She got, well, they went and saw her in Pittsburgh. You thought that was crazy. They're going to Switzerland this summer.
Yay!
And also going to a Taylor Swift concert that's in Switzerland.
So we're making an 8-day trip. It's always been on our bucket list to go to Switzerland. So now we're doing both.
So while they're gone for 8 days. Not just Taylor. Right. But that's the reason you're going.
It's a push I needed to get out there.
Maniacs. While they're gone for 8 days, my plan is to prep most of the content that'll be needed for when we're getting married and honeymoon and all that kind of stuff. So that'll be interesting. I'm going to have to prep in the summer for content that's coming out in the winter. I hope that somewhat makes sense. Can't eat any freshwater fish because I'm allergic. Oh, that... I guess if you would like that kind of thing anyway, that kind of sucks. Is that... Like, I'm imagining that being just like a... is that normal? Like, if you're allergic to fish generally, or are you allergic to, like, all freshwater fish? Like catching fish from a river, they fight a little harder? Yeah, I found the same thing. Like, I really enjoyed, like, creek fishing for trout over, you know, any kind of little pond or anything. Obviously, they'd be stocked in there, which stockies also don't fight hard. I swear, stockies, like, as soon as you hook into them, they're like, ah, life's over, I give up. Saw a dark Gemsbok. Ooh, nice. I'm assuming you mean your own game, or did you see one here? Because if there was one here, I did not see it. Can I come to Switzerland for unrelated purposes? Mel has dubious intentions. In yours? Was it here where we're at now, or was it that last zone? I'm not even gonna lie to you, I forget where I even was. Buddy caught a bass that weighed 9 pounds, 15 ounces. Just call that 10 pounds. That's 1 ounce away. I would be like a little bit annoyed that it's not 10 pounds, but I would call it 10 pounds. Where you are now? I'm assuming over here. Like right where we just shot. Always knew Mel was trying to steal Kyler from Flinter. It's been obvious, I just haven't said it. Think you should do an entire new game playthrough doing all the missions again with updated guns and know-how. So I actually have a plan, and I want to do it on stream. I need to do some testing to make sure I can record like an entire stream and not cause lag. I have intentions of doing a how fast can I get to level 60 with using all DLCs from a fresh playthrough. Because I'll be honest, until I made that DLC video yesterday, I didn't realize you can get the 300 ammo. Like, it starts unlocked. It didn't used to. So, essentially, my idea would be... gain 1,000 in-game monies, like kill a couple of deer. Buy my first box of 300 rounds. Because you start with, I think, one of every color tent. I would begin a black bear grind setup. And I think through that, I bet you could do it in, like, 10 hours. Like, the amount of bears you can kill, the amount of XP they give, and cash and stuff, you could pretty quickly finish out your setup. I think that would be the move. I forgot there was a potential dark here again, so I'll have to, so it wasn't one of the ones we killed. We'll reset the time and just check here again, because I didn't look that close. Whoop. Almost ran into a tree. Hey, Raven. I saw a hailstorm saying hi, and I couldn't find your name. Took me a second. At least this grind won't be as long as the moose, right? Yeah. I believe that. Missions are an easy way to level up, but they're not fast. Yeah, like... especially now. The old ones that required you to hunt, there were at least times where they'd be quick. Now it's like, run over there. Now run over there. Now how about you run back to where you just came from? Dark didn't used to be rare. The only rare used to be gold. The beige fur type was kind of like an uncommon. Dark was basically a common. But yeah, I think as of Revan 2 release, they changed those rares around. Are you herd managing Gemsbok? I'm mostly just shooting all my Gemsbok. There's one tiny level 3 I left alive, because I don't know if it matters or not, but... Best channel to watch while munching on some food? I am very much a must-be watching something while I'm eating, so glad to have that honor. Anything good since the second troll? Nothing since then. Trying to force spawn a great one Gemsbok? I know they added it. Let me have it. Watching you since COVID started and can't miss an episode. Hey, I appreciate you jumping in. I was thinking the other day, like, it's crazy. Like, I didn't recognize it at the time, but it's crazy how big, like, the Call of the Wild community and, like, a bunch of YouTube channels and stuff got through COVID. I always feel like, had I realized that that was happening, I would have tried to do, like, more streams and stuff at the time. But I didn't realize that, you know, so much of it was influenced by the fact that, like, everybody was kind of stuck at home. At least I know now, I guess. Hey, Muppet. Gonna get that big PA turkey bird? I'm gonna try, dude. Dad got one this morning. My brother and his wife just had a baby, like, literally, what, Thursday, I think? So I don't think my brother's gonna be out very much. Therefore, I basically have the property to myself. As far as hunting goes, I don't have to worry about, like, oh, hey, you know, Dad's going here this morning, I better go to a different spot. There's plenty of them around. There's a couple of real nice ones. I filmed one on Saturday that, I don't know how long the beard was. I couldn't tell. He was just down over a hill a bit where, like, part of it was obscured. But I swear at least from what I could see, it looked like the beard was as big around as, like, a soda can. 70 turkey IRL? I scored my dad's. It was 63 this morning, so wouldn't take a whole lot more than that. Uncle Flinter, indeed. I just met the little fella yesterday. Apparently, it's fairly normal too, but apparently, basically everybody that's held him, other than my brother and his wife, he starts crying and screaming, and he goes to hand them to me, and I said, "All right, if you don't scream, I'll let you hunt my property where the big bucks are." Didn't work. Apparently, didn't cry as bad as he typically does, but you know. Turkey more important than baby? I was wondering if my brother would try to, like, convince his wife to, you know, let him hunt or whatever. Probably at the end of the month or something he will, but good old paintbrush beard, that's what he looks like. And see, when I saw him, he was with another bird Saturday. The one my dad killed was with a second one today. They kind of came through the same area as where I saw Saturday. I wonder if, because he was in a spot where he couldn't even see that well. They just, two came out. He didn't even know there were two. He shot the first one. I wonder if the other one was that big old paintbrush beard one. The one he got was really nice, so I'm sure he ain't complaining. Imagine letting a baby that can't speak tell you what to do. Exactly. Alright, so let's see if there's actually a rare Gemsbok down here. You'd be surprised by how little desire you have to leave them when they're that small. That does make sense. Alright, well, nobody's here, so what if we fast forward the time a little bit? You score turkey by how many Renaissance fairs would sell the drumsticks? 12. IRL elk hunt when? Honestly, I have no idea. I want it to happen, but I don't know when it even could. Well. So, like, there's Gemsbok around. I don't think I deleted that zone. Got a little heavy on the pressure, but unless it moved? My dad would disagree. Oh. Thought I saw one at least? Well, the annoying thing is they're not sitting there right now. I didn't notice it, but it's very possible there was one there. Baby boy is due the end of June, which means they get to hunt muleys 6 months later. That's the ideal thing. You plan it out so it's not super close to hunting season. Well, that's probably that one that called. Now that we've run over here, maybe things will have spawned on this side. Wyoming's the state that I'm getting preference points in. If you record it, I'll pay 0.12% of your elk hunt. Holy! Does that count gear? Oh, there's a nice 4. New spawn. Because before I go, I'm gonna have to get like new boots, probably like trekking poles and all that kind of stuff. That's the thing that sucks. And how little you trust your significant other to not just fall asleep holding them and something terrible happen. I know Kyla doesn't trust me with that, because when we got Shadow was sleeping like on my pillow, like right next to me, and she just didn't sleep. Like, I mean, Kyla didn't sleep because she was afraid I was gonna crush her. Any diamonds? None today. 2 trolls. She put an elk hunt fund on the screen. See, like, the thing about it, if I did that, I have no doubt, like, this community is that amazing. It would, I was gonna say slowly, probably not even that slowly, happen. But I would feel bad. Like, that seems, I hate doing that kind of thing. Start a GoFundMe. I want to go elk hunting once in my life. Please help. Wish they do muleys and blacktail, give them both a much needed rework. I would love that. Did I? Yeah, I ran a little far here. I'll be partial to Arizona since it's where I was born, but Wyoming and Idaho are both really great places to hunt in. Gotten a few cows out of there. I've said before, and this is one of the things that complicates it, like, my plan would be for Wyoming, because I have pronghorn, deer, and elk preference points. I think 3 or 4 of each, I forget. My intention would be, go for pronghorn, maybe make it a 2-week trip, ideally because pronghorn aren't that hard to get. Kill a pronghorn within the end of week 1, let's say, and then spend a week kind of learning some, like maybe scouting for mule deer the next year. Hopefully draw for mule deer, and the thing is it could be halfway across the state where I want to get drawn. That definitely complicates it. But, you know, maybe have some familiarity with the area, ideally the same type of thing, maybe a 3-week hunt, spend the last week or however long scouting for elk. Because I don't want to say they're going to be once-in-a-lifetime trips, but, you know, we were just talking about leaving kids when they're small and stuff. Once we start having small children, it gets way tougher to travel out of state and hunt and all that. Have to film like the whole trip, the community would be owing the experience. Literally start from the second I get in the truck. I think this might be illegal, but I said this to Kyla, like, when we're driving to Georgia, we ought to just, like, fire up a stream, like a dash cam, but inverse, so it's facing inwards. And then, like, just do a Q&A. But I don't think you can do that. Would you bow or rifle hunt elk? I think I'd like to bow hunt them, but the odds that I'm successful on my first ever elk bow hunt are not that high, so I don't know. I'd go with someone that at least knows what they're doing. I don't know about a guide necessarily, but someone that has some grasp of, like, how to hunt elk. Yeah, if I rifle hunt a Maximus, I'd get a bigger gun. How long gonna be live for? Probably another hour yet. We're gonna do a little bit of fishing here shortly. Gonna wrap up with a couple more Gemsbok. Oh, good, I deleted zones. That's ideal. And then we'll cast a line. As long as you don't hold the phone and the driver isn't reading the chat. Yeah, so my thought would be, like, and I don't know how you do it with a phone, but, like, I thought what you would do is get a text-to-speech thing. I don't know. It seemed like it would be a much more entertaining way to drive for 12 hours. Cough me, I'm the elk master, cough. Well, I mean, you know. DM Steve Ranella. My brother invited Steve Ranella to his wedding. I didn't see one, Christian. I think this is illegal isn't a good way to start a sentence. Yeah, you might be onto something there. 45-70 is good for elk? I don't know what... So I would try to pick a caliber that I could use for other stuff too. And also not... 30-06 is a decent chunk bigger than, like, my odd 8, but I might go more like in the 45-70 range, something like with some real beef. I just kind of don't think I'd... You know, on the other side of it, I'm not sure how many more exotic hunts I'm going on. What would I use for caribou, since we're talking about this? Would I want whatever I'm using for elk, or would my odd 8 be reasonable? Caribou are big. I feel like I'd want my elk gun that I don't currently have. What's up, Eli? Doing good, how about you? Illegal equals legal with the price? Well, ask politicians. Hillary Clinton's gonna murder me now. If you could hunt with one person from Meat Eater, who would you choose? You'd go Cal. Cal's a good one. I couldn't not choose Steve, though. Just for, like, the stories and stuff. I'd ask him about, like, you know, tricks of the trade for filming hunts and all that. Odd 8 is great for caribou loaded with monolithic or a controlled expansion. Good to know. I don't know when that hunt's happening either, but... I feel like that's a, you know, like, I'm 45 and want to go before, like, I start to get, like, on the back nine, I guess. You won't get killed, you're not a Boeing whistleblower. Oh my. Gotta choose Steve? Yeah, I think I'd just have to. It would be interesting as well to hunt with, as Steve calls him, Janus Putelis. Janus Putelis. He's a fantastic hunter as well. 300. Probably the best elk cartridge out there. 280. Yeah, I don't know if I know the 280. I know of... So there's something my dad has. There's two different names for it. It's the 280 mountain rifle, at least as he calls it, or 7mm Express. I don't know if that's the same thing as what you're talking about. The Latvian Eagle, there you go. That's 280 Remington, okay. I'd be tempted to choose Yanni. I think me and Steve could butt heads. I don't think you guys would. I don't know what it would be about. The AI is the improved version. Okay, I gotcha. I think this is going to be our last zone of the day. So unless we have a miracle 3rd level 5 spawn of the hunt, looking like 2 trolls is going to be the result. Do you like elephants? No. They're smelly. You should play with a Hunter Call of the Wild player, Scarecrow. He has 75 great ones. Never heard of him. We've done some collabs. Use a 30-30 lever action, 336C for deer up to moose? I mean, I'm sure with the right load, a 30-30 can kill a moose, but surely that's a little underpowered. Do you like pigeon? If they carry my mail for me. Been binging the trivias lately, and Steve's attitude on there sometimes burns me up. I've only ever listened to the trivia episodes while driving, so anything at all to, like, keep my interest. I might have a different view of what's going on because I'm just trying to get through the drive. How come you don't have 75 great ones? I just suck. I'm bad. Terrible at this game. How many trolls do you predict before getting a diamond mail? So we're at 3 now. I'd say like 7. I don't think it's going to be horrible. I don't think it's going to be Roosa Deer bad. I would be kind of surprised if like the next one makes it. Because my thing is, I just think inevitably a max weight one's going to show up, and that's just a guaranteed diamond. Max weight, most species are guaranteed diamonds, but, you know, true rack influence on things, you can get a weird true rack that doesn't make it. With Gemsbok, no true racks, it's guaranteed to make it, I think, over like 238.5 kilos, something like that. Do you like ham or elephants eating ham? Ham's alright. I like an actual ham. Ham, lunch meat, and anything like that, not as big of a fan. 270 is plenty of medicine for an elk? Yeah, for sure. I think, you know, it's usually, in my opinion anyway, it's usually best to maybe go just like a tier above what would be, you know, like say right on the line or whatever. Just, you know, for that chance that you maybe, you know, you hit a rib bone weird or just any kind of funny stuff happens sometimes. And you don't want to be the one that has that funny thing happen, you know, on your once-in-a-lifetime trip or whatever. Reckon he's earned his arrogance. Well, maybe we go and try to smoke that with a 4570 and then go fishing. Did I have... I guess I must have had him tracking. I like how he's running away from the wildebeest. Doing great there, fella. Oi! I guess that'll work good enough. I assume that will work good enough, I should say. Slowly but surely. Had an old Savage bolt action 30-30 that I use exclusively for whitetail. There's not a lot of bolt action 30-30s out there. Any legal calibers fine for elk? Yeah, that's what you'd expect. I think it's a lot of it with the right bullet, the right load. Bruh, I'm out of toilet paper, like out. Got a shirt, don't you? You're never out of toilet.
So.
Every rifle in this game needs to be buffed, like the 30-30 and 243 are so underwhelming. It's just tough, like, something has to be the weakest gun in the game, basically. And, like, they're not always the most realistic, like, as far as how quickly they take down, say, a whitetail or whatever, but I guess just balancing is really tough. Shirt, I've got 2 hands. Now that's the attitude that we're looking for. I think Savage stopped making this model in 1970 something. Huh. So, like, I was a cocky MFer when I started that shed in Kentucky, but I was just as hyped when TJ found his too, but I'm not big on jealous arrogance. I get you. That's what, like, I guess that's what bothers me, like, and it's a big thing in, like, the hunting community. There's, like, I have relatively close friends where, like, I'll send them a picture. My cousin's the best example, because he does this too, but I'll send, like, a pretty close friend a picture of a buck I get, and the first, like, their reaction is always, like, pick out some random detail to not say, like, oh, hey, congrats or whatever. My cousin, you know, that buck I shot was the second biggest non-tip ever in this county. And the first thing my cousin said was like, oh, I've seen ones like that in Ohio. I'm like, that's a weird reaction, but okay. But that's just, you know, it's just kind of, people say it like hunting is an ego sport. And I guess that's the case for a lot of people. I don't think it is for me, but maybe on some level, like trying to kill the biggest buck just is that. I don't view it that way, but maybe I just don't view it correctly. Alright, let's do some fishing. Look at that, transitions work again. I did feel like we were a little laggy there on Vurhonga, but it might have just been my perception. I'll have to watch the string back and look. Of course it was in Ohio. Only hunters I hate are my neighbors. I love the rest of them. They're the ones with the dog. So do we go to Vurhonga? Do we go to Angler Vurhonga or do we go to Spain? Let's try Spain for a little bit. And then if it gets boring, we'll go to Africa. So this little spot right here is where we were, God, a couple of weeks ago we got a diamond pumpkin seed, and this is where I've been trying to farm golds. Basically, if I remember correctly, what I need is, I think 2 more diamonds maybe? I think it's 3 diamonds, 1 legendary, 30 golds though. So we'll chill here for a little while, and that does have to be specifically on Spain to get the feeder rod that's a souvenir here on Spain. If we catch a gold or 2, we'll stick with it. Otherwise, we'll try something else. We could go for, like, pike. Or brown trout. I don't even know where they are on this map. What in the... Pumpkin seed? How do you catch a goldfish? Oh, a goldfish at level 11? Yeah, like pumpkin seed right here. You can literally... I'll show you the spot. Oh, true. Yeah, but generally speaking, this tactic, I guess, would apply perfectly fine. So I've got much, like, bigger equipment than is needed to catch these little things. But if you happen to have Aguas Claras, the Spain map, there's a little dock right here. So now I'll zoom out so you can kind of see where we are. Sort of center-ish in the map. little island thing there. Might help you identify it. I've just got a red worm on, I think a size 8 hook. We're going to catch plenty of silvers and stuff too. Like that little one on the left that I'm assuming is going to come bite. Definitely not a gold. But I've caught, I think, 4 or 5 golds here in a diamond. Does it matter? Do pumpkin seed bite at night? Ooh, it's... I'm hoping it just stops here. Where's the chat rules? They should show up at the bottom of the... like, where you type. I think they're in the description, too. Don't let EW waste their time on adding fly fishing, but fly fishing would be cool. What do you mean? Alright, this time better stop, reverse, and backwards. I don't want to fish at night. Hey, look, we have rules. The lighting is good at night, though. Okay, it's like 5 a.m. Perfect. We'll roll right on into morning and then see what we do from there. I even have the glowy bobber. Are you any good at gutting deer? I wouldn't... I can gut a deer perfectly fine without making a mess. Like, I wouldn't say I'm good at it. Like, I'm not going to be quick with it. There's probably going to be some hair, like, on the inside of the... what would you call that? Hams or whatever, like on the inside of the back legs on that little bit of meat once you cut them open, but yeah, gut deer just fine. Smash your knees. It never works in games? I think it worked. Maybe this doesn't count because it wasn't like a fishing game, but in Alaskan Adventures I thought the fly fishing was good. I don't like flies enough to fish for them? Oh dear. Buzz fishing. There is wine. Let's go with that. Yeah, she's 21 now. She can drink. Daylight! Finland! Doesn't look big enough. How do you even hook a fly? Very carefully. Why is everyone saying fishing? I don't really know. It's kind of like shoost and stuff, I guess. Just kind of a... or meese.
It's fun to say. It's fun to fight.
Fished or hunted in Michigan? I haven't. I think I'd like to deer hunt there one day. I hear it's like a really pressured state. Like, I need to get halfway decent in hunting public land that isn't insanely pressured and stuff. But I feel like killing a Michigan public land buck would be an achievement just because of the pressure. I look back and it's the angler, indeed. Switching it up. Do you think a trout looks at a fly and thinks, waiter, there's a fly in my soup and I love it? I don't think that, actually. Didn't we... I swear, maybe we were using a different bait, but I thought we caught one of these little guys, a gold one of these, actually, from this spot. Yeah, we did. Why was that other one not biting, then? I mean, I won't complain. This one's bigger. I doubt it's a gold, but maybe. We like to not use grammar around here. It's just really a sign of our collective intelligence if we just actively choose not to say things correctly. I don't know what I have on here, but that was solid tension. I think you only need 4 pounds for a gold. Just 3. So what line is on this? Oh, it's 4 pound line. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because we, that's fine, I guess. We did some kind of mission thing that required us to catch a fish with super light line. Because Kyla told us that we got that fishing rod from the missions, which we do not. 2010 kills from the bear grind, have never wanted for something to end more than this. I get you. It gets repetitive. There's another one. 2,000 kills or so is right about the point where I'm like, alright, like I'm ready for this to be done. Slightly modded? It's not good. Well, I would say it's better than the last one. A trench coat, nice. Or, isn't that this map, Tench? Isn't that a type of fish on this map? A tench coat. Okay, that was 1/10 of a pound bigger. I was not wrong. Turn 26 in June. My body thinks I'm turning 60. My knees keep popping whenever I stand up. My back's what gets me. They're biting. Watermelon. Only gets worse. I turned 28 in the fall and I'm still sore from softball last Thursday because I didn't stretch. Well, that's your fault. So you're like exactly a year older than me, huh? I'm 15 and my knees are already popping. It's a problem. I think it's a sign of good health, actually. Who, me? Yeah, probably. I mean, if you're in the fall. I'll be 27 in September. That, like... Maybe it's because it's just a longer word to say, because, you know... More syllables, but that sounds substantially older than 26. And it is exactly 1 year older, believe it or not. When's your birthday? September 22nd. Feel old at 35? That's alright, I felt old at 12. One day you'll think of playing and spraying something? Got bad knee genes? See, I got the bad back genes, so now this is making sense, actually. My dad had multiple back surgeries. September 8th? Okay, yeah, we are close. Your birthday is the day the Queen died. Look what you did. Your fault. Seems like pumas take forever to come to a call. They do indeed. I want to kill 100 of them because I want to kill 100 of everything for that profile banner thing. But they're just... They take so long to come in. Half the time I think they're not coming in. Then I give up and then I stand up and then they run away. Small. My parents were like, this is a historic day. And I was like, but wait, isn't it already? Yeah, son. Who are you? Be sick if Classic added treeing hounds for Bobcats and Puma. The amount of work that would take, but if there was a game that might do it, it probably would be Classic. Moving in the wrong direction. I caught 2 golds in a row here, like, I think literally yesterday. Was yesterday Sunday? Yeah, right before we left and went to my parents'. What would you think about Classic adding Euro Bison to Hirsch on Classic? I don't know how... Well, maybe that would work. I was gonna say I don't know how well, like, Hirsch would kind of support that. Not, like, literally support it, but how well the map would, you know, kind of work terrain-wise and stuff with them. Just as long as they gave them a more spooky AI. I don't mind the run-and-gun Bison and Water Buffalo and stuff that we have in Classic, but I'd probably prefer if they can't just be killed en masse by running after them. Then they both remembered and text. Wait, they text. Oh, maybe they didn't say it in person to begin with. The way I understood this interaction was like, you were there. You guys verbally interacted about like historic day, and then later they texted you like, "Oh hey, happy birthday." Watched the stream last night, and I like the Puma/Puma debate. Mel is right, by the way. Mel is wrong. It's Puma, Forkhorn, and Spotted Bass don't have spots. Every time I turn the call off, it makes a noise. I sometimes think Classic is programmed to make you play longer. The amount of times that I've, like, I'll be tree stand editing, I'm sitting in a stand, I'm calling stuff in, killing them, done editing, about to get up, grunt. I'll call that in, then I'll quit. Just about the time I release the arrow, elk bugle. I gotta call that in. Bring that in, shoot it, another grunt. Like, I haven't heard anything for 15 minutes, game. What are you doing? You're so awful. I should go catch Spotted Bass. We'll say... What time is it? 5:15. Let's give it 5 more minutes. We'll fish till 5:20. And then we'll go to Africa if we haven't caught a gold.
I don't have my boat there anymore.
You can do alright from the shore. I'm not pushing mine up.
Oh, just like that.
They should just make it more convenient.
They should. Job.
Caught a pumpkin seed, aka long-ear sunfish, a couple days ago in real life. I haven't caught one in many years. There was one in our creek. I don't know how it got there, but Kyla caught that one.
I'm so sad.
Tomato. I disagree. That bit different. I wonder if that's a good sign. Is Puma? Because if I see one in real life, I'll poo my pants. Were you there for the stream? Because that was my logic too. Well, I didn't say if I see one in real life, but how many diamond fish does Kyla have between all the maps? Probably 50 or more than I bet more than that. Thing is, you use up your tokens, right, when you buy stuff with them. There may, I don't know if it counts anywhere. It'd be convenient if it does. Oh, nice, Soup. Speaking of getting old. Back in my day, I didn't have to wear diapers. I was inspired by Joe Biden. I saw he does it, so it's okay. Today is my day? Why is today your day? Sure is peaceful this time of morning. Oh hey, that one looks decent. That amount of tension looks maybe goldy. We'll see. Basically, if we have to physically land it ourselves, it's at least a gold. Puma shoes, Puma tracksuit, it's just everywhere. No non-tip talk? Gonna be a silver. Oh, it is a gold. Nice. Okay. Only 24 more to go, but like I can casually do this. How long have we been playing the angler? At most like 15 minutes. So I can casually do this here and there every couple of days and just slowly, oh my god, look at the size of that thing. Maybe it's not biting. Anyway, rack up some golds and get that better feeder rod. I don't know, there's still no news or any even sign of the legendaries for Africa, but we think tigerfish seems likely, right? Is there anything you need to bottom fish for in Africa? Like, other than the carp and stuff? Oh, yeah, but that is one that makes sense. So I want to get... That was the thing that actually inspired it. I want to get the better feeder rod, so if they release a legendary catfish, or even if I want to catch sidewinder or stuff again, it's not as big a pain. What about tuna? Is it tuna or tuna? It's definitely tuna. Do wolves scare away puma? I don't know. I saw one scare a grizzly today, which I didn't know that happened. Catfish legendary would be cool. I think that would be the first thing to potentially challenge Sidewinder for biggest fish in the game. Tuna? What's wrong with you? Alex says tuna. If only we could catch them. Imagine how quick that XP would go. I think the weight of the fish has something to do with the XP you gain. Hear me out. I think it'd be a great gag if they made it to where you caught random junk every once in a blue moon. I think you ought to be able to, like, maybe add that aspect too, like specifically bottom fishing. But I think you should also be able to have, like, a really rare chance of catching, like, a fishing rod or something like that. Like, that actually happened to my brother. My brother genuinely caught a fishing rod. And it wasn't, like, all rusted up. It had, I'm sure a fish had just pulled it into the water, like, relatively recently, but not recently enough that it was still, you know, on the end of the line. What is that? Is that a big, mullet? because I want that to come bite if it was. It should have been close enough that he'd hit it. We'll see. Anyway, it was like a red bass rod. As far as I know, he still has it. Sounds like Animal Crossing. Caught probably 5 intact fishing rods just in rivers? Yeah, I'd imagine that would happen more probably in rivers. His was at a Sportsman's Club pond. Out here fishing for legendary hairstyles? You know it. I want to be like the cool kids, okay? A refrigerator door? I wonder what that feels like coming through the water. Was playing Clash Royale and a link on it took me here? Well, welcome to the stream. I'm not sure how that happened, but I appreciate it. Decent. Close to gold. Caught a full new, is that meant to say bait cast setup once? It'd be convenient, considering I don't own one. I'll have to catch my own. Lots of camping chairs? See, I've never caught one of them either. Are you playing Call of the Water just the angler this stream? We spent 2 hours, a little over 2 hours grinding Gemsbok, so now we're on to the angler. If you're interested in watching the Gemsbok part, you can rewind to the start of the stream. Literally, we killed a level 5 Gemsbok like 2 minutes in. Have you ever visited Europe? I have not. Maybe one day. Seeming like the bite's slowing down a little bit. 6 a.m., so it, in theory, should get better. If if a pumpkin seed bites, because they just grab the bait and go. I feel like I need to be zoomed in so I know they're there. Rewind the stream and chat with Flinter. It'll be exhilarating. You'll have that part of your stream all to yourself. That's how that works. Yep. You got it. Random Lake, there was a quarry back in the 30s. The door felt like a giant spoon trying to reel it in. I was using 60-pound braid for catfish. I guess that's probably the only way you could even land something that big would be with some pretty hefty line. What great one should I grind for? Are all of them options? How about... Well, fallow deer tends to be a pretty decent one. Snapper turtles plague you? My cousin caught... It was out of the Allegheny River. I don't know what kind of, like... You know those turtles that can run kind of fast? Is one of those. They kind of have, like, flippers more so than legs. Unhooking that, I remember, it was a nightmare for him. Is that Remy? I can't see for sure, but thank you for subscribing. Soft shell? That kind of sounds right. Snagged a Barbie rod one time? Well, excuse you, little fella. That's not a gold, so I'm not going to worry about it. Alright. Well, once again, give ourselves 5 more minutes. If we catch a gold, we'll keep going. If we don't, we'll go to a spotted bass. Another fun thing that could be added to a game similar to this, magnet fishing. There is a game for magnet fishing already. Am I understand? Are you saying they should add that to this game, or are you saying they should, like... I don't know how I'm trying to say this. They should add their own version of magnet fishing, or they should make it like the game that already exists. A Barbie rod is the real fisherman's gear? I couldn't even tell you where we were fishing, but my cousin had, I want to say it was like a Spider-Man rod, It was basically like a fake fishing rod. Like, it had a hook on the lure thing, but the hook was like... The lure was this big hunk of plastic that didn't look like anything, really. I assume it was maybe meant to be Spider-Man, I can't remember. But she hooked into something that snapped the line. Like, the biggest fish that bit, it seemed like, and it hit that stupid thing, as opposed to everybody that was using actual bait. Didn't even know there was a game for magnet fishing. I'm at least pretty sure there is. I think that exists. Gotta yeet. Get your mail. Jeremy Wade brings in Arapaima on a Barbie rod. I just saw, there was a video of people trying to catch an Arapaima swimming upstream. Is it getting darker? But they had this big net, basically, to just have it swim right into it, and it, like, I mean, Arapaimas weigh between 100 and, like, a couple 100 pounds, and it just speed swam and jumped right over the net. Like, it's kind of creepy, not creepy, but, like, scary how much power those things can generate to be able to do that. Like, even, there was another thing that makes me think of stuff like that. There was a duck out on our creek yesterday, and I didn't even see it. I was talking to Shadow, trying to go get her to go pee before we drove to my parents, and I just heard, like, a splash, and off this duck went flying, and I was just like, the amount of lift, because it's not, you know, it can't reach the bottom, it's not kicking off the bottom, it's just straight up with his wings, just, like, a couple of flaps, and into the air it goes. Like, that's just crazy. Jeremy Wade's a legend who literally ran out of monster fish to catch for the show. That's, like, when you actually realize that's the case, that's insane. That one maybe looks okay, I can't tell. No, I'm gonna catch that one instead. That one right there. Good fish. Bonkers the feathers work right there. It really is. Like, the fact that, like, turkeys and stuff can fly is also insane. But most things, like, you watch turkeys fly, or most larger birds, really, geese, they run potentially, like, you know, 50 feet or so before they take flight. To fly, like, from in the water is insane. I didn't even really ever think of that, Logan. Yeah, if you're, like, pulling big stuff up magnet fishing, you're, like, literally taking away the cover. How often do you stream? I've watched your videos for a while, but never watched a stream till now. Usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday. As far as YouTube streams, it's just these Monday ones. I also stream on Twitch, Wednesdays 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and Fridays 1 p.m. Eastern. I've been trying to work some additional streams in here on YouTube. I kind of doubt I'm going to get one in this week, just because of, turkey hunting reasons. But we'll see. Maybe it'll happen. If I kill a turkey, it makes it much easier to get some streams in. Can't hawks fly like 100 miles an hour? I don't know how fast, but I know they can fly fast. Falcons can dive to 300 miles an hour? Is that the same as, like, choking? Like 28-3 or no? A later hailstorm. I missed that. Probably already left. Always take away the fish's cover from all the sticks I catch. At least that's less intentional. We're officially at my 5 minutes, so whatever bites here, if it's not a gold, we're going to Africa. I'll take one gold pumpkin seed, though, in, like, the quick 25-30 minutes we've been here. Hawks fly at 190 kilometers per hour. I don't know what that is in miles per hour, but it's got to be close to 100, like was said. Is it that same mullet again? There's a baby sun, or I keep saying sunfish, pumpkin seed there, but I don't really want to catch that. Just nothingness. Absolutely nothing. Caught many species of stickfish. I even caught a 36-inch maplefish. Holy! That beats my record. Tell you what, usually when I catch a stickfish, they're big ones, and they snap my line. They're also land stickfish. Kind of unfortunate. 118 miles an hour. Close enough. It's almost like the game just doesn't want us to catch one more fish. It's because you're not here, of course. Is Shadow downstairs right now? I'm hoping so. I think I caught a gold carp. I think we did that last time. Yeah, we were trying to catch El Fatador. Same, the land ones always take the lure right out of the air. Yeah, they're just so fast, you know. Cast it out, they're not there. As soon as you cast, they're just waiting on it. She wants pepperonis. That's fine. Once, honestly, I'm about to... Oh, there we go. Nope, not gonna bite. Once we catch something, I'll probably go to the restroom real quick. So she likes to bark when I get up. If she's downstairs, maybe she won't do that. It's so dumb because she doesn't usually bark when I get up. I must like stand up a little bit too fast or whatever. You know, try not to leave you guys hanging. You have to be here with Danny. I mean, here by yourselves. Got a yeet gate stream. Great gate stream. Gatekeeping. Gate. Mail. Might be time. Brain's fried. Later, Mel. How old were you when you made your first kill in real life? My first deer, I was 10. I shot a groundhog at 5, I think. And squirrels at 6. Alright. Wasn't meant to be. To Africa we go. Had a Mr. Twister top prop. Isn't made anymore. I had to scale a school of stickfish to get that thing back. That was hard for me to read. I understood it, but my brain struggled to pronounce it. Alright, let's load in here. We'll put the little BRB screen up, and I will be right back. Actually, I'll do the intermission once you can see the game. Now I'll be right back. Alright, time to catch some spotted bass that don't have spots. Figures I have a car here, but not a boat. Can I drive my Jeep into the water? Cave Flow's Nightbot? I knew it! Oh, nice, Logan. I have to go to school in 9 hours. Should I go to sleep? I mean, sleep is important. So water flows, if I remember right, the way to kind of do this, because the water kind of flows that way, just kind of sit down on this side, we just open the bale. So I think we were using, I probably have to redo this. We had minnows, I don't remember what size hook. Size 6 is a little small. I guess 5's fine. We're going to catch a lot of silvers, but... Technically, we could use the popper, but it's kind of inconvenient. Just misses out on covering a lot of water. A tree pounder? I don't know what my line's doing right now. You guys see that? That reel handle looks like a ship wheel? Yeah, they're from like a DLC thing that I guess maybe supposed to be more ornate, like fancy stuff, which is fine. That happens to be the best reel I own, so I figure I might as well use it. They're just like slightly better than the... I think it's the best one you can buy for coins, not the... Is it Daring? No, that's something else. Whatever the heck the souvenir one is. Not that one. It's a 15.3 Puma Big. It's solid. You're looking for like probably 15.8, 15.9. They get to low 16s is about as big as they'll get. Want to petition for Twitch alerts back on YouTube streams? I don't understand how I fixed it. I don't know that I changed anything. I tried to change something, but it didn't work, so I changed it back. So like spotted bass just aren't real now? They do hit minnows, right? I'm pretty sure. See that? There's no spots. That's fake. It's fake news. Well, maybe they don't. Yeah, minnows on there. More fancy, more like ugly. You know. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Something. 5 crankbait works well. The popper would work too. I just don't feel like... Well, mostly I'm just gonna have to work the edges a lot. But considering nothing's hitting. Yeah, Shadow's like under her bed right now.
She's under her blankets and bed. Can't even see her. You're crazy, girl.
So you broke it, unbroke it, then broke it again? That's what I try to do. Still live on a miss. 2 troll Gemsbok, and we actually had a gold pumpkin seed over on Spain. I'm slowly working on getting golds on that map, so good to, I need like 24 more, so it's gonna take forever, but it's not the most interesting thing to sit there with a bobber and catch like 0.7 pound fish over and over again, so I didn't want to do that for too long. What kind of weird fish doesn't like a minnow? I don't know. I'm half tempted to go... What time is it? Okay. In a little bit, we'll go to the tigerfish spot, because there's spotted bass there too, and they can definitely get pretty big there. Maybe we catch another diamond tigerfish. Maybe we catch a diamond spotted bass. Maybe nothing's biting for some reason. Is that not a spotted bass there? Like, why did that not hit? Do you play Rocket League? It has been like 4 years since I've played it, but I used to play quite a bit. Gotta catch them ghost fish. It's feeling like ghost fish right now. Maybe we should have stuck with pumpkin seeds.
Pumpkin.
Shadow's head snapped up and looked at you when you did that. This is kind of alarming. I've never had them just like not, you know, even a 2 pound silver or something. Something should bite. Let's try like Out here. Catch a diamond flantro? Am I a diamond flantro? Sounds good, Shay. Hopefully we'll catch you in the next stream. Should probably start challenges. I don't really like... I guess there's stuff you unlock really high levels, so maybe I do need the XP. What's up, little Bible? Jumping in here super late, but nonetheless. You'll wait until we started fishing. It makes sense. Ironically... Oh, there's a fish. Took 12 years, but... That was your fishing trip today? Went out for pike all day, got nothing? I think when you target, like, you know, large fish and stuff, sometimes that just happens. This one looks okay to me. Close-ish to gold. I think gold's like 5.5 pounds. I kind of wish we could zoom on this just for the sake of content, but I guess I see why you can't zoom on your lure. Went to Emerald Coast yesterday. Diamond Red Fox, literally first thing I spotted on the coast drinking. Nice. When that map first came out, and maybe it's just because I played it more, but on multiplayer servers, the amount of legendary red... I killed a bunch that just weren't in videos because I kept killing them. Nothing big, like 14.2, stuff like that, but I feel like they were all over the place, and now I never find them. It's max estimate 7s that become the 12 red foxes for the other stuff. I think I got a gold eel in the middle of the day. Gold grass carp coming out of somewhere. Do you find more diamonds in multiplayer in Call of the Wild? Also, are you ready for deer season? Well, I'm excited for deer season, though I'm still in turkey mode right now. Do I find more diamonds in multiplayer? I think you can get more diamonds in single player, like if you're specific, like if you're grinding a certain species or whatever. If you want variety and stuff, multiplayer probably is the way to go. Like if you're, for instance, if you want a specific diamond, like we're the thumbnail and title and everything, doing the diamond Gemsbok grind, that I would say you're better off doing it single player. If you just want to maybe find a diamond, multiplayer is probably the way to go. I have 4 trophy fox from Emerald, but only 1 from Yukon. I guess over the years we slowly racked up some decent Yukon foxes, but it took a long time. No bass in Germany, and I hate perch, so pike's all I can go for. Fair enough. At least when you get them, do you keep them to eat or just fish for fun? Shot a mule deer in the neck, but only got the spinal cord. Did it give you like the vital hit or no? This is the slowest bass fishing I've ever done. It didn't give you the vital. I've never seen that. If you get a chance, screenshot it, because I'm quite sure that's not something I've ever seen. Get so many diamonds, just run around after other things, accidental diamonds. Those are my favorite kind. I mean, it's nice to get the specific thing you're after, but again, a large reason I do a lot of multiplayer for stuff is like, let's say for Gemsbok, our Vurhonga map, we're killing some lions here and there, but mostly everything else, like the Cape Buffalo, the warthogs and stuff that we might spot along the way, usually I'm not killing them because I don't want to run over there and claim them. So like, it's just the same stuff over and over. What's up, Zach? Try to send it on Discord, sounds good. If you just throw it in the Call of the Wild trophy picks section, that'll work. Alright, screw this. Going to a place where I can have a boat. So like, I didn't mean to fast travel to the boat, but that's fine. Zach, thank you for the 21 months. The agony I feel is immense. You two haven't killed a turkey yet? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's what I meant to do. So there's a... Where is it? Like somewhere right out here. Tends to be a decent little place. That's what I was gonna say. You like eating pike. At least when you do catch one, like, you've got a... Well, even a halfway decent pike. You've got a pretty decent amount of food. Haven't even got my tag yet. When's your season end? I guess Merriam's are usually kind of easy to get. Not easy, but you know. Great one grinding, really stacked him up. Yeah, that's... Fallow deer were the first ones I didn't mount every diamond. Like, that got to the point that I was killing so many it wasn't worth it to mount them all anymore. But... eventually, there's a tigerfish. You just start to get such a collection of them. End of May? Okay, ours is the same. Maybe, I don't know, 9 pounds, somewhere in there. Beer is great, can't argue with that. I think you got a point. Actually, we'll keep the popper on for the sake of bass. Had any luck with turkey season? Ours comes in way too late in Indiana, therefore they're already done breeding and gobbling by the time the season gets here. My buddy Aaron actually killed one in Indiana last weekend. I went out Saturday. Ours actually started a week later than yours did, so I feel you. But I went out Saturday, lots of gobbling. I had a couple of gobblers come through, but they didn't. I don't even think they saw my decoys. If they did, they didn't care. Dad killed a pretty nice one this morning, though. It's officially been in, like, today's the second. We can't hunt Sundays, so today's the second day. We're just getting going. My plan is to hunt the field edge tomorrow morning, because doing 3:45 a couple of mornings in a row, it don't take too many of those till I start snoozing the alarm. So I can sleep till probably like 4:30 tomorrow, which will be significantly better. Hunt that field edge, hopefully just get one. But, we'll see. I mount everything I can just in my lodge looks organic to me. Yeah, I get that. Ooh, here we go. Little standstill of some kind. Why can't you hunt Sundays? Is that like what that day did DWR decide no hunting? I assume it goes back to like PA being a Quaker state. I actually don't know why, but I assume that's some kind of like religious roots to that. One of Hamish just got home from work. We killed 2 troll Gemsbok on the Gemsbok grind. Caught a gold pumpkin seed a little while ago. Now we're starting to fish here in Africa. I think we got our first halfway decent tigerfish. Wow, that was 12 pounds. Had like a, what, 70% tension? We weren't even pulling them in. I think I used to fish at like 80 or so. But stop mounting diamond moose that are sub 300 score. Way too many. Second great one moose still hasn't been placed in the lodge. I didn't even know you had 2. I'm not sure how I missed that. I think I'm Jeremy Wade. Crikey. That's a joke, by the way. Tigerfish looks like a robot fish? I kind of see what you mean. What is your IRL biggest goal for fishing, like dream species? I mean, as lame as it, like, I've never even caught a striper. I want to catch one of those. Maybe like a river muskie or something I think would be pretty neat. Do y'all eat crap in America? Do you ever go to McDonald's? Nah. I never have. I know plenty of people do, but... Your title and thumbnails about Gemsbok, but the Angler's a great game? Yeah, I was gonna put, like, potentially fishing in the title and thumbnail too, but I wasn't sure if I was gonna do it 100% today. I got up at 3:45 to go turkey hunting, so I was afraid I might be tired by the end of the stream, but we were chilling, so probably like 10 more minutes, then I'll have to wrap up the stream because I need to edit tomorrow's videos so that I can turkey hunt again in the morning. Fishing for Gemsbok. Hey, we're on Africa at least, like, it could happen. Red Dead will do that, Clark. It's that good. I think it's the first cast we're not going to hook something. Oh, that's a okay bass. Used to work at McDeed's did indeed source crap. Source. Peacock bass. I'd like to catch one. That's like Florida, right? Biggest fish on the angler? I mean, like, Sidewinder I've caught. Biggest fish, like, say, not a guaranteed spawn legendary? Probably, like, I've caught some Atlantic salmon and some lake trout in, like, the 34-pound area. I have a 33-pound tigerfish. That was an early access, but I think that still counts. Huge peacock bass only found in the Amazon. But Florida has them, don't they? Florida or Brazil? Okay. You're a legendary fatador? Hey, I'll take it. Dream species for me would be blue cat. What is this? Smallmouth yellowfish, I think. Ain't a bad one. I still don't even have a goal to those, though. Like, all I fish for is spotted bass and tigerfish for the most part. And catfish, I guess. It's a fish. Wow. That was quick. Still not huge unless it's something other than tigerfish. Tigerfish. You, sir, are a fish. Now I'll place you on my board. Florida has all sorts of invasive fish and people. I say as if I've been there. Flinter isn't legendary, he's a 10 fabled. I'm specifically a 10 fabled when I need to lose 10 pounds. 10 to 15 pounds peacock bass would be plenty for me to want to catch. How big do they get then? Like, how big are the ones in the Amazon? Level 12. I'm a 12-star, Can't think of a word better than fabled, so I'm just gonna there. It's fine. Hope Arthur's in Red Dead 3? I don't know how they would possibly do that. Because Red Dead 1 is before, and it's gonna be real hard to get him in Red Dead 3 if it's after. 15 to 20? Okay. Invasive fish, reptiles, birds, mammals, people. Just be that way sometimes, you know? 12-pound level 12? 12 pounds overweight, maybe. Do muskie get bigger than pike? Generally, yeah. You can certainly catch pike that are bigger than some muskies, but like your biggest muskie of like any subspecies is usually bigger than the biggest pike. I sort of hope they go a completely separate route, Zach, but I don't know. That's just me. More like how they've done with GTA. Like, maybe some little Easter eggs, cameos, that kind of thing. But I like them to just kind of start fresh with a different story. There's got to be so many, like, limitations, I guess. Like, when you have stories as in-depth as, like, 2 different Red Dead games around the same characters. Like, if you continue to use the same characters, there's only so many things you can do narrative-wise that make sense. Red Dead 3 would be after, wouldn't it just be around World War I? The original Red Dead's like, isn't it 1905? something. You'd have a little window in there. There's one thing I think would ruin fishing games, adding a failed cast mechanic. You have a 30-minute long minigame to untangle a bird's nest? That'd be a great April Fool's idea, though. Red Dead Revolver? Is that a game? I don't think I'm aware of this one. Red Dead 3, The Draft in the Trenches. Oh, no. Red Dead 1... Oh, it's a little further along than I thought. 1911 and 1914. Well, yeah, you would be right up against World War I then. I mean, you could make it right before it, if it was immediately after. Red Dead Revolver was the very first Red Dead game. I don't know how I'm not even aware of this. Been fishing recently? It's been a couple of weeks. The fact that I haven't even cast it out in my creeks yet, yeah, it's kind of sad. But I went with Psycho Beagle, one of the mods, like, and Lil Bible. He was, I don't know if he's still in here, but when the heck was that? Before I went to Kentucky. That's been about a month. Jeez. Time, that's freaking me out. Like, time goes by so fast. I'm pretty sure whatever powers that rule the world made it so there's only like 21 hours in the day. They've all tricked us. Red Dead 3 should be 1870s. As long as it's a... I mean, like, I feel like they can't get too much past, say, 1914 anyway. Because the whole point of, like, the Old West games and stuff, the more technology and stuff, the further they go, the less it probably feels authentic anyway. Time can't be real. I swear it's just not. That's what they put in the COVID vaccines, is the thing that makes us think 60 minutes has passed, but it's actually been like 52 or something. They took 8 minutes from every hour from us, and they don't want us to know it. Do you follow professional archery much? If so, what's your take on bow tech? I don't. I wish I could keep up with it, but it's never been something that I've been able to, like, follow closely. I've watched it every now and then. It's cool to watch and stuff, but I just don't have any, I never really get the time to keep up with it. Any luck in Georgia? We were just there visiting family. 2 goblin behind your house when leaving for work? That sounds about right. They know when you're not hunting. They're like, oh, hey, how you doing? What if Red Dead 2 is just a dream Arthur had? Dude, so, like, I don't know how much is spoilers. And I don't want the game to be spoiled for anybody that's still playing it, but the game is, like, what, 7 years old if you go back to PlayStation release? 6, 7 years old? So, like, I guess close your ears if you're still playing through Red Dead and don't want a spoiler. I don't even need to spoil it that bad. But, after the ending, like, when I was done streaming, the amount of, like, I was looking stuff up. I was trying to find, like, every possible way, basically, for Arthur to be able to be in a future one. Because a lot of people, I think, thought that, like, the way I understood it was, Rockstar didn't expect Arthur to be so, like, beloved in the community as he was, but now everybody likes him, and it's kind of like, oh. Question is, what do they do with all those extra minutes? Using them to perfect pancake flipping. Do you live in PA? Yes. I'd accept that, Maximus. It'd be funny if, like, the gang's all back together and stuff, though. Arthur wakes up, and the first thing Dutch is like, Arthur, we need money. Wake up. Need some pancakes? Somebody mentioned it earlier. It's been in my head ever since. Lady friend of mine almost bought a $150 voice line from Roger Clark to call her a good girl. Oh my. That guy's got to be making decent money just with those. What is it on Cameo or whatever? Arthur was a better character than Arthur. I like how you spelled it though. That's awesome. The Irish guy, Sean, he had an unfortunate ending, as I recall. Did you play Farming Sim 19? I played... 19's the one that I have the most hours in. I played a fair bit of 22. I probably have a couple hundred hours. Played 17 quite a bit, but I played 17 in the lead up to 19's release. 19's the one I really hit the hardest. I haven't played it in a while. Does this Flinter stream go to Tahiti? Of course. The fact that they actually went to Tahiti in the story was hilarious. Just downloaded it last week. Pretty fun. It's a great game. If I ever just find myself with nothing but time, which I don't know why or when that would ever happen, I would definitely play like a ton of Farming Sim. When I lived in my apartment and had, you know, nothing to do all day. I said this earlier, I probably should have streamed stuff way more back then, but regardless. I would spend easily like 5 hours a day on Farming Sim. That was 19 as well. I say 3 more fish after this one. 3 more fish will probably call it a stream. Plan on hunting tomorrow morning for school above my house. Been hearing them gobble. If you can, what I would do if I were you is try to get out tonight and maybe put one to roost. Try to have an idea of where they're at. If you can kill them right off the roost, all the better. That one my dad shot, it wasn't even close to right off the roost, and he still was like, I think he shot at 7:35 or something. It was pretty early. Then you found Kylo to keep you busy? Kylo, Shadow, a house, yeah. Went from unlimited boredom and free time to usually I don't have time to pack my hunting bags and stuff anymore. Like, the amount of stuff I don't lose it like in the woods. I put it somewhere when I get home from hunting because I got something to do. And it takes me forever to find it. Like, I don't know. That's why I said there's only 21 hours in a day or whatever I said earlier. When we first moved here, I don't know. I really don't know what the difference was. I think I'm more efficient and stuff with work now. Like, I'm pretty good about having my video done by a certain time. You know, I don't put that stuff off. Like, I wake up, I make coffee, I edit, I record. I don't know. I don't know where my time has gone. But like when we first moved here, on a weekend I would just be like, yeah, I'm gonna go clean the basement. And I would just like disappear for like 6 hours and I'd straighten up all my hunting stuff, put everything on like the shelves, and like I made a little shelf for like the area where I charge my camera batteries and stuff. Speaking of that, dang it. Maybe I can get it done. If I can plug all my camera stuff in tonight and then have it fully charged and pack it up, I can get out of here a little bit quicker in the morning. But anyway, yeah, now I'm like, hey, season's tomorrow. Maybe I should find my license. It just, I don't know. I like how I caught, I don't even remember. I need 2 more? I think 2 more. Can I live in the trees on your property? Yeah. Rent will be like, since I kind of like you, I guess I'll give you the discount and only charge you like $999 a month instead of $1,000. I must know, I see a lot of your hunting vids take place in PA. Do you live there? Yes. Favorite hunting rifle? Well, not for any particular reason other than it's performed so well. My Weatherby Vanguard 7mm Mod 8. Close finishing my hunting room, so ready to be able to keep all my stuff in the same place. I don't know when I'm going to get it done, but one of my intentions is to build like a bunch of shelving in the basement for like, even like my saddle stuff to keep my sticks and all that. And then I want to do closet in the, I guess call it mudroom. And maybe be able to keep some hunting stuff up there. I need to basically do what you've done, though. What if I bring mule deer onto your property? I'll charge them rent, too. That's fine. I'm never going to have to stream again. I'm just going to become a landlord. I'm not trying to locate you, but in comparison to the capital where you at, like 3 hours west. Alright, I lied. One more cast, or fish, even after this. Even the deer are paying rent? How do you think I kill big males? It's only the most prestigious deer that are allowed on this property. You better be bringing like 230-inch mule deer. What if I bring elk to your land? I think they'll destroy everything, actually. How's the topwater fishing in this game? It's alright. Like, I'm topwater fishing now. The thing that kind of sucks about it is the topwater strike animation isn't unique. I'd really love to see, like, the fish, you know, emerge from the water. There'd be a big splash when they hit it. If I built a house that'd have a tower for my hunting stand attached, hunt deer from a lazy boy, we, somewhat jokingly, somewhat seriously, had considered making a little, like, rooftop thing at my parents' house to be able to hunt from. Me dragging my suitcase away sadly as I lead my doe muley away. Rejected. Not a sufficient enough resume. 230-inch typical mule deer is crazy. Who said typical? I like not tips. Cleaning my basement now. Nice. I already know what ain't going to get done until after turkey season now, because what I'd like to do is hopefully what I'm going to do after this stream. Fortunately, we have a bunch of leftovers from... We finally celebrated Kyla's birthday at my parents yesterday, so we have leftovers for that. That'll be dinner tonight. So basically, I just have to microwave that, but other nights when I gotta cook dinner, this might get more difficult. Anyway, I want to edit tomorrow's video tonight so that I can get up in the morning, go turkey hunting, stay out till 10:30 or so. We can hunt till noon, but if I stay out till noon, I'm gonna get back here at like 1:30. That's just too late to get started recording. So if I hunt till 10 or 10:30, I can be back by probably 11:30, 12, and start recording by 12:30. That's not quite as bad. So we'll see. I said one more fish, and they said, we're gonna keep you here forever. By leftovers, you just mean wine and whiskey? For the memes, yes. But for the sake of not... My parents would be, like, disappointed in me if I said that. They make a feast every time we go there. How late for you is it? It's 6 p.m. If I sound extremely tired, it's because I've been up since 4. That's the way to do it, Eli. I'm just hoping that I get a turkey this year. If I fill both tags, amazing. I just want to get one. It's been so long. It was pretty cool, like, you know, being there. Got to see my dad's bird and stuff today. It gave me a little extra inspiration to get back out. We coyote hunt from the attic at my uncle's cabin. That's why I want to build a house made for it. There you go. Multifunctional. Thought tomorrow was the start of all day hunting? Not here at least. I don't think. Do you mean in PA? I'm guessing that alert probably won't play on screen. Tommy, thank you for upgrading your membership to Super Schuster. I very much appreciate that. Thank you for the support. I guess you sort of already know the spiel about linking your YouTube there in Discord. Make sure you get the member rule if you've not done that already. And continue to enjoy the green name and emojis. Very much appreciate that, man. Do you play Rocket League? I haven't played since, I think, April of 2020. It's been 4 years. April 4th or something? I thought it was April 1st, but I looked it up not that long ago. I've never got skunked on turkey season. I might be spoiled. I mean, like, I know how this sounds when anybody says this, but hey, that guy got a diamond canary kerper. I don't even know what I just said. Canary kerper. How about I enunciate? But as far as I know, Merriam's turkeys are a little easier to hunt than Easterns. Like, they respawn better and come into calls better. Still, in no way is it probably easy. That's what I'm trying to say, like, I know how it sounds. Because it just sounds dismissive. It's almost like when you see someone's posting trophies from Classic in Classic channels, and your immediate thought is, well, he spawn matches, so that's not real. I can imagine it sounding that way. It's not what I mean, but I assume that has helped you in knocking these skunks is what I'm trying to say. Nah, it's easy. Remember you uploaded some Rocket League videos? It's 3 or 4 maybe? Alright, this time for real, this is the last fish. They're quite intense. Rocket League's makes you something suffering and terrible being. Please stay away from it. That was why I ultimately quit, was like I was spending so much time trying to maintain Grand Champ that I was just like, my videos are suffering at this point. I'm putting 8 hours a day into Rocket League and like 3 or 4 hours into making videos. Gonna post my dilute mule deer in Discord? Do it. Did you just kill it? Alright, now I'm gonna cast again because I need to hear this. I have a theory, and I think they maybe increased the spawn rate of dilutes. Somebody killed one on my stream Wednesday night. Jay killed one in the last 2 days. True Hunter just killed one of his stream, I think, last night. And if yours is recent, like, it really leads me to believe that all of a sudden these dilutes showing up maybe means something. Just 12 more casts. It's like fishing in real life. You just gotta keep casting out. Feel spoiled when deer season hits in Indiana. I have never had to sit in a blind or stand for more than 5 minutes. 5 minutes? How many hunts have you gone on? Yes, it is hunting the center of the map just now and got it. I gotta think, because dilutes seem to be the rarest fur type for mule deer. And for like, maybe it's absurd coincidence. For just like 4 people I know, like on my server, and then people that are, you know, in the, like, active members of the community, not like, oh hey, that guy got one, that guy got one. Like people I know by name. I find it unlikely that 4 get them all in a couple of days. So I wonder if they did boost them. Melanistic is the rarest fur type, but I wonder, maybe. But I swear, like, these dilutes are showing up when they didn't before. Just got here, you Grand Champ on Rocket League? I haven't played in like 4 years, but I used to be. I played with, Kernovi's the name that you would know the most. When I say I play with him, I got carried big time by him. I scored 1 goal and he scored like 6. I'm sure he was like, this guy's an absolute idiot, why am I playing with him? But like, I ran into a number of pros. Calm, he was a big 1v1 player back then. Matt something, he was an RLCS alternate. He actually said I was good, which I was like, this is the biggest compliment I've ever received in my life. I've only got Melanistic Mule on Classic, and I do nothing but hunt mule deer when I play Classic unless it's Halloween. I'm going to get a 400 non-tip before you, though, just so you know. You're not an absolute idiot, just partial? Well, I may be a partial idiot, but I'm serious this time. This is the last fish, because I got to eat dinner and edit. Oh, okay, it's at least a decent fish. That being said, I've never killed a dilute. Skill issue. I doubt this is a goal, but 85% drag with kind of some struggles. Like, we're getting into that area where diamonds bite, so it could be a goal, but I don't quite see it. Dinner is temporary, fish is eternal. Is that right? Also got a 393 Rocky Mountain Elk. Better hunt than I had on Timber Gold. I do have a rare going in that video, but I will be honest, it's a clip from a prior hunt. Oh, nice, Logan. I think big silver, 15 pounds maybe. What's gold for these? I don't even know. Get back here. What do you think this is? No. Maybe. Ah, I was close on the weight guess, though. We'll take it. We got the gold on the map that we actually cast too slow. Okay. Got the gold on the map that we actually wanted to get it on. So, I certainly imagine that I won't be finding time to squeeze in an extra stream tomorrow. Maybe it'll happen. But in all likelihood, next stream will be the normal classic stream, Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Looking forward to that. Surely it's going to be on Timber Gold Trails, because that's kind of our new home now. And I think on that note, that's going to do it for this one. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the support today. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video, which is, by the way, a classic timber gold hunt. Bye.